All right, y'all. What is up? It's time for another episode of Vibin with Ashe. I'm Ashe. That's Crabman. More like Lobster Boy right now.
Here because, well, we kind of ate his body. And
Ah.
we just took his corporeal form.
Well,
But we're still friends.
good to hear. Good to hear. We got a great show for y'all today. Co-host of the day is JB Garner. Gonna come up in just a few minutes. Very excited. Very funny guy. We got a musical guest as well. Jalen Thompson is in the house. I was super excited. Gonna have a set a little bit later on in the show. But yeah, welcome to Vibin' with Ashe, y'all. This is episode 7. We're live on YouTube right now. What up, YouTube? Thanks for tuning into the stream. Thanks for watching the show on there. I'm gonna switch mics now. What up, Crabman? How you doing?
Sorry about that. I got a little held up. Had some sea business to take care of.
Yeah. What's up with the lobster?
Oh, so like as Crabman, part of my I kind of mediate the crustaceans. Since I'm part of Crustacean Nation, part of my job is to mediate between all the different crusties out there.
I see.
So it's been a little bit of a crab and lobster war going on, especially as all these broilers are coming up in like New Orleans. Like everyone's deciding, well, who's getting broiled this year?
What
It's a
about
tricky
crawfish?
stage.
Where do crawfish fall into the political spectrum in the Crustacean Nation?
So crawfish, they're like the hillbillies of crustaceans. They're living in like the mud pits.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah, so they're I mean, just like all of us, they're kept uneducated, so they don't really know much what's going on. Lots of conspiracies going on out there,
Yeah. Well, how's your week been, Crabman?
It's been a good week. Why not? Sure, I'll say.
yeah. Fake it till you make it, baby.
Oh yeah, it's always a good day. It's just a different type of good, right?
Yeah, fair. If I am moving a little slow and have a little less energy than normal today, it's because I'm super sore because I did take a bit of a tumble last night. I have taken like 2 big falls now in my adult life, and both times I was excitedly running towards weed. So I need to stop excitedly running towards weed, I guess. Last night I was running towards a joint and in an uneven parking lot, and I did take a bit of a tumble. And you know what the fucked up part is there was a car full of my friends that I fell right behind the car, and I fell and slid, y'all, just slid a little bit. And no one got out of the car to help me. No one did anything. They were pretty sure I fell, but they were also pretty sure that I was just trying to be funny when I had actually just kind of hurt myself pretty bad.
I thought you pulled a Houdini on us. I was like, where did Ash go? And then I turned around and you were in the back seat smoking a joint.
Crabman was in the front seat and was like, where did Ash go? After I had already gotten in the car and had a joint in my hand. So it looked like I just teleported into the car. That would be the superpower that I would choose, personally. I would be able to teleport to where weed is.
That's a pretty good one.
Uh-huh. I already can kind of do that with my sense of smell. I can smell a joint from 3 blocks away.
You're like a shark.
Yeah. Instead of blood, it's weed.
Sweet. I've found recently that weed has a weird delayed smell to it, where it's like someone will walk up with a bunch of weed and then they'll walk away, and then 5 minutes later the weed smell will hit, and I'm like, where did it go?
That is very that's accurate. We experienced that while we were setting up for the show, actually, when today's co-host came up and said hello to us. He came up, said hello, no weed smell. Then he left after saying hello, and then suddenly it was very weedy.
That's like a superpower in itself.
That is a superpower.
You just make
in
any
itself.
room or any space smell like weed.
Honestly, today's co-host is kind of a weed superhero. So
He's my weed superhero.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. But yeah, anything else about your week, Crabman? Anything else going on in your life? I know you're we're both kind of in a transitionary period job-wise right now.
Yeah. The winter is not coming. It is ending,
It's
in
ending.
fact.
It's
and
ending.
all the snow is melting, and seasons, they are a-changing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Turns out the cannabis industry is not doing great right now. So I'm also looking towards my ski season ending.
Yeah. Maybe we could start like a business together. We can teach people how to smoke weed and ski at the same time.
That isn't a bad idea.
We'll teach you. This is how you roll a joint while doing a 360.
All right. Yeah. What's the business going to be called? We can workshop it.
Cold smoke.
All right. Cold Smoke.
That's it.
I'm sure. I think there's already a company called Cold Smoke.
It's a beer. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They already exist.
There's a company that makes specialty bongs that you keep in your freezer. So then every time you want to take a hit of weed, you pull it out of the freezer and you have this perfect ice cold bong.
We could call it Ski and Smoke.
Ski and Smoke would be good.
Or Smoke Ski.
What if we made it a bed and breakfast as well?
I like it.
So like you come to the bed and breakfast, you get checked in, you get a bed, you get a breakfast, and then you also get taught how to ski and smoke.
We're like a stoner chateau.
The Stoner Chateau, that's the name right there.
Stoner chateau. I like it.
Stoner Chateau. Oh, sorry, this mic stand is.
Do you want? We can.
Well, no, we can't. We're not gonna switch. We're not gonna switch. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. It's fine.
That's your problem, Ashe. That's why we didn't know that you fell, because you didn't say anything. You were like, "Ow, someone help!"
What am I
you
gonna
just
say?
got
The
up.
wind was knocked out of me. I physically I had to lay there for a second on the cold, hard ground and regain my strength while my friends were smoking weed in the car a foot away from me.
I'm just trying to make excuses for myself.
Yeah.
I feel bad, and I can be a better friend. And
No, I mean,
I don't promise I will
shouldn't
be,
have
but-
been. I shouldn't have been running as excitedly towards the weed as I was running.
Dude, like a stoner to a joint.
Actually,
Moth
at
to a
least,
flame.
so this was the second time that I ever fell running towards weed. The first time, my dad caught me on security camera, and there is a video of me just like, I hit like a trailer, like a car trailer that was maybe 2 feet up, and I hit it and then just launched, just bam, down onto the car trailer. And I just laid there for a while afterwards before getting up. And that time was worse. I fucked up my leg on that one. I still have a scar from it. But yeah, one day I'm going to get so excited about weed that I'm just going to fucking die. Well, speaking of getting excited about weed, I think it's a good time to bring up today's co-host. What do you think, Crabme?
Oh, yeah.
This guy is a local comedian, just moved back to Eugene recently from Portland. I always love hanging out with him. Give it up for JB Garner, everybody. What up, dude?
What's up, dog?
Yeah, get comfy, get comfy.
I realized I went to give you a and you were playing the piano, and I realized that that's probably not possible at the same time. So I apologize.
Try it. Do you want to play a one-handed song and do a fist bump? We can do this.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, how talented,
Yeah.
dude!
It sounded like it was supposed to have that little pause. It sounded very intentional.
Educate the crayfish, dude. Is it crawfish or crayfish?
I think those are two different.
They don't
when I
even
was writing
know.
that note, I couldn't spell crawfish. It kept changing it to crayfish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, we're being dumb. It's crawdads.
Oh,
Crawdads.
It's crawdads and crayfish.
I never forget.
I morphed them into one animal. That must be really offensive to the crustacean nation, Crabman.
The crustacean
You know,
nation.
that's part of the conspiracy theories, man. I mean, you know, they say mud bugs are different than crawdads or different than crayfish, but really, we're all one and the same. We're all one crustacean nation. It's just the man, big oyster, trying to split us all up, trying to regroup us so that we can't, you know, come together, man.
Crabman, can I tell you something? I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited to be here because my buddy who I brought along, he's actually in the audience. His name is Andrew.
Hell yeah.
Andrew also has a connection to crabs. His gamer tag is the source of crabs and has been for a long time. And it means whatever you want it to mean, but he has been the source of crabs, your crab man.
Oh, man.
It was mostly destined for you guys to meet.
There's two crabs in the building.
There's
right now?
two
That's
crabs
insane.
in the building. Two crab dads right in the building, dude.
Wait, is
Crab
he
dad.
my? Does that mean he's my crawdad? Is that crawdaddy?
If he's
Craw
the source
pa pa.
of crabs and you're crab man, then
He's giving the claws. Oh man.
Oh hell yeah, that's awesome.
This is already a dream come true for me. Ever since I met you, I was like, oh shit, if these stars align,
yeah.
I'm stoked.
How special? How special?
Oh yeah. The weed. You said the weed business is still not doing well, huh?
No, the weed business is not doing well. There's some shady folk in the weed business doing some shady practices.
Nothing changes. Did I tell you I used to own a weed business?
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah, I used to own one called Happy Hippie Creations. Shout out Happy Hippie Creations. Andrew worked there as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we did natural traditional hashish. Not to bore anybody.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, but like the stuff that we had to make it by hand. We had to wash it in water, and then you have to heat it and press it. It was super old school. It was super artisanal, and nobody fucking wanted it at all. It took so long to make, but like yeah, dude, it was tough. I mean, I'm being facetious. Shout out to the dispensaries that carried us. A lot of you guys are still here in town. Shout out Space Bud. Shout out TJ's. I think they're still around.
They're still kicking.
TJ's,
Yeah. Shout out you guys. You guys kept Happy Hippie around, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's badass, though. There is like a lack of hash on the market.
There was a lack of hash then. The problem is that, not to get too far into the weeds, but no, the problem was that I couldn't sell it, at least for us, because we weren't vertically integrated. So we had no farm underneath us.
Right.
So we couldn't compete with the people that were selling keef as bubble hash for like $5 a gram. Shout out you guys. Fuck you guys. But
Yep. Oh, yeah.
they're still around too. I won't name drop. That'd be mean. But then when you do that, you know, there wasn't enough education in the market to kind of push our product.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the issue.
Yeah, because that's one thing I've noticed is like people will sell us hash and it's keef.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like people will come in asking for hash. We'll show them hash options, and they're just like, "That's keef."
Yeah. They like for a long time I was like, dude, you guys are fucking up the market because you're putting in a cheaper product and calling it something, and it's not that.
Right.
Like that's not what it is. This is not hashish. This is like, or they would cheat the process. They would use dry ice instead of water, and you just shake dry ice around, and it makes this bullshit. Kids, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't cheapen the market.
Yep, I agree.
But yeah, people didn't want to. And part of that equation was I also owned it with my ex-wife. Yeah. Don't do that.
Yep,
That
no.
also don't do that, kids. Don't use dry ice and don't go into business with your wife. Don't do that.
I especially in the cannabis industry, I've met multiple cannabis industry married couples who do not retain their business or their marriage after a few years.
No, I know of one couple. They're still successful, but they're no longer a couple. So they sacrificed their relationship in a blood sacrifice, and we're like, we're choosing
Kind of
business.
pick one. It's pick one. at
Yeah,
that
it
point.
is pick one. I lost both. I was lucky.
Yeah.
I lost both, and I also lost most of my furniture.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That's why I don't keep
Have I-
furniture around.
Have
me.
I ever told you guys why I got divorced? Have I
don't
ever
think you
told
have.
that?
No, I don't think you got into it.
This is going to sound like a bit, but only because it is. But
Okay.
it's also true. So we were in a relationship for 10 years. We were committed married for 3. And then she cheated on me with a guy who is 62 years old.
Whoa.
Yeah. But I found out later he was worth $21 million. And I got to admit, when I found that out, I was like, damn, nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'll tell you what, he fixes the AC in my Subaru. I'll drop you off on Wednesdays, you know?
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
true, yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
What happened? And now that's out there, so shout out to you. Shout out for, no. Yeah.
I mean, at least, yeah, I would feel better personally if it was like that situation versus like a 21-year-old guy who lives in his mom's basement.
Oh yeah, no. She was moving up. I mean, it made sense. I was a broke loser, and it makes sense. It tracks.
Yeah. So how long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing comedy like a year and like 9 months or something.
Cool.
It was something I always loved, but I owned a business. I had this relationship. I never could get to it. And then when all of that went away, it was like, all right, let's do this other thing. And it has been a fucking blast.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Everybody here's dope. Everybody in Portland's dope. Like super receptive, and they give criticism because they like you. Like this scene, the scene in Oregon in general. Well, I only know Corvallis, Eugene, Salem, Portland. Shout out all those guys. Those guys fucking rule.
Yeah, I've only really had
guys
experience.
and girls, all of those people.
Yeah. That's why I say y'all. It avoids that entirely.
Yeah.
I've only really met people in the Eugene scene over the last couple months, but man, it's such a cool group of people.
Oh, it's such a cool
creative group of people.
I remember when I started.
And did you start in Eugene?
No, I started in Portland, sort of kind of on and off, going up on the weekends, and then didn't realize that. And then I didn't realize that there was like a scene here. And then when I got divorced, I was like, okay, I'll reach out and I'll do it. And I got to this open mic, and I got into a conversation with, of all people, Nathan Hart.
Oh, wow.
And he was just like super nice to me, and was just like, hey man, glad you're here, come on in. And then it was only later, like weeks down the line, did I realize like, oh shit, he's like the touring comic of the town.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, fuck, he was really nice to me, and it's very indicative of like, you know, the clear Godfathers. Shout out them.
Yeah.
Seth Milstein, Jen J, Angie, Nathan.
Yeah.
Like Chad Hurst, like all those guys are like, they're cut above, but they are super cool.
They are. And they're so like passionate about the craft of comedy that they're like, they want other people to do it.
Yeah.
They want more people to get into it.
They encourage, like you see it a lot in every scene. It has like it's not so great actors or whatever, and you know, rumors or whatever, but like I think in Eugene they definitely, and like some people everywhere else, they just go out of their way of the drama.
Yep.
And like let the comics thrive, let them in. People make mistakes, you know, that kind of thing. Like it's a freer environment.
I definitely agree. And there's cool things too. Like I think we were both at that Barnlight open mic a couple weeks ago.
Where it turned into that writers
thing? It ended up just like kind of being a writers workshop.
Yeah, I mean, it would have turned back into an open mic had an audience showed up, but that's kind of how it goes, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that was a very supportive moment, and it was cool to see. The bartenders enjoyed that one too. They like made comments. It was cool.
Yeah. So how recently did you get back to Eugene from Portland?
I moved back to Eugene like 3 or 4, probably a little bit longer than that, like 4 or 5 months ago.
Cool.
Yeah.
How's it been since you've been back?
It's been awesome. I love this town. I actually, Andrew, I keep shouting out to him in the audience, but he lives here, and and we've been friends since we were 5 years old.
Oh, wow. Cool.
So when I was coming back to Eugene, I actually got to pick an apartment that was literally upstairs from his apartment. So We have never, even though we've been friends for years and lived in California together and all that, we have never lived this geographically close to each other.
Yeah.
So it's about as close to like college dream as you could get.
Yeah,
he
that
refers
sounds
to my
badass.
apartment as upstairs. That's how, like, you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, but it's been fun. Yeah, they called me back. This town wrote me back in. I heard that can happen in Eugene.
I always refer to Eugene as a really great place to come back to.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it literally welcomed me back with open arms. I went up to Portland, lost my job because the company was suffering, and had to cut me loose. And the town that picked me back up was Eugene. So yeah, that's great. Shout out Eugene, man. Place rules.
How long were you in Portland for?
I was in Portland for almost a year, just shy. Yeah, but those dudes up there, I mean, it's legit. Shorter mics, but you can hit more of them.
Yeah.
So you get that 3-minute time limit, but you can really like run a circuit. I mean, it's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
Because here in Eugene, we have things mostly every weeknight if you go out and find it. The fact that you can in Portland go out and just hit multiple things in one night, like not only does that sound like I don't know, like a great practice for just doing comedy in general, being able to go try different rooms in the same night, but
the thing about it too is like Portland is such a diverse city that like you hit, on Monday nights you can hit 5 different mics in 5 completely different parts of the city.
That's cool.
So like you're getting the college students, you're getting the rich people, you're getting like the blue collar bar, you're getting like, and shout out Tuesdays too. When I was up there especially, like those guys all everybody that hosts those mics, they all know what's up. Like they know that like, oh, are you trying to get from here to here? We'll put you on at a certain time,
that's
and
cool.
Like they work it if you which is again shout to their like support.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a blast.
It is. You got to go up there, man. Mondays, I go up on Mondays.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm free on Mondays. So
okay.
I'd be down to.
We got to go up.
Yeah,
dude.
that'd be fun.
Haymaker, fucking shout out Matt Brown. He runs a great room.
Cool.
And then Tuesdays, I think Lucas Kopp is getting back in business with his mic. So
very cool.
Those 2 days, man.
Yeah, because I now that I've been kind of dabbling, actually doing comedy a little bit, and like I've been really enjoying the writing process of it. I've been really enjoying, but every time I go up and do an open mic here in Eugene, it's like a room full of my friends.
Yeah.
And so I think it would be really fun to like put myself out there to a place where I go up to places where I don't know anybody, in those rooms, and then see how it goes.
I mean, there's a lot of value to like doing it this way in Eugene, because when it's rooms of like your buddies or your friends, it does strengthen you in a certain way. Like, and then you'll be surprised how many, like, I would say Eugene has like some of the strongest comics per like to ratio. Like, it's because they do nothing but dead rooms. And then when we go up and find an audience, it's like, oh shit, I'm gonna fucking like. But I mean, what do I know? I've only been doing it for a year and a half. Like, I know nothing. Let me be clear. But like, that's my theory.
Totally, yeah.
Of like, so when you go up to Portland and those 3-minute mics, like they trim the fat. They audiences like, yeah.
That sounds like a blast. Yeah.
It is a blast, dude.
Yeah, we did the midnight mic last night.
Oh, I know, I missed it. I was so tired.
Man, it is such a cool crowd. Like
I think
there were 18 people on the list last night.
Yeah.
And just so many like great local comics, and I'm like, the fact that you can just go out to a free show here in Eugene at midnight and see this list of talent that it's insane. Like we're fortunate.
I just couldn't make it, dude. It's such a hard. I get up at like 4:45, 5:15 for work. So when I do get those moments where I can sleep and then not have to get up in the morning, like it's so hard to make it to midnight.
Oh yeah,
also,
I'm
33. I'm an old man. I'm a very old man.
By the end of the midnight mic last night, I was like face deep in a barbecue chicken pizza.
Oh, okay.
Just ready to go home. I was so tired. I was like,
You were falling asleep in that pizza, dude.
I
You
was.
were curled up in it.
I was enjoying that
Isn't
pizza.
that the best? Dude, a half asleep pizza. Was it even hot or was it like?
Oh, it was
lukewarm?
hot. I
It
just
was hot?
ordered it. I had just ordered it.
Oh my god, dude! A half asleep pizza when you're fucked up. Were you fucked up or just tired?
I was pretty fucked up too.
Oh god, it's the best, dude. There is nothing better than a fucked up, half awake, falling asleep between bites.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
that's the best.
To make it even better, I was way higher than I was drunk.
Oh,
And so like that pizza tasted delicious.
Oh, that's a comfortable spot. When you can wake up mid-chew.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You get to wake up. You get to lose consciousness
not sure
and then
if you're
regain
dreaming or alive.
consciousness with a piece of barbecue chicken in your mouth.
Some would call that a choking hazard. Not so.
No.
A true professional will be able to mid-sleep a slice of pizza or two or a full one.
That's actually my family tells a story from when I was a really, really young kid.
Yeah.
We went to Disneyland, and it was like past 8 o'clock, which was late for me when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I was eating a bowl of like buttered noodles, like bow tie buttered noodles.
Oh.
And we finished at the restaurant, and I was asleep by the time we finished at the restaurant. We went to the parade, and like my family like saw me start chewing. And they're like, "What are you chewing on?" And I had a like cheek to cheek bow tie buttered noodle
You
pasta.
were like a cow. You were chewing on bow tie cud. You were just.
I was like, I'm keeping this for later. This is a whole bite right here.
Good stuff. Oh man, dude! But shout out buttered bow tie pasta.
Yeah, shout out buttered noodles.
And the bow tie, the crevices in the bow tie. Parmesan cheese on there or just butter?
Parmesan cheese.
Oh yeah. The bow tie is well suited to catch some cheese.
I agree.
Between those like butt cheeks on the top, cheese right in the middle,
and butter.
Like
Yeah.
Vibin with Ashe, sponsored by Buttered Bow Tie Pasta.
Yeah. If you guys want to sponsor us,
if the buttered bow tie pasta people
Whoever
out there
owns it.
want to sponsor us, please reach out.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a business venture for you guys, just like a pasta truck.
Pasta truck would be great.
Just like different types of pasta, you roll around. You could throw it in a plastic bag. They could eat out of it. Like you tie it up.
It's all the way like
Pocket pasta.
well, yeah, pocket pasta.
Dude,
We'll give you a bag of sauce and we'll give you a bag of pasta. You got whatever you want to do with that.
I had an idea in college. I think this could tie into the pocket pasta because I think it's But I had this idea in college where, because their ice cream trucks are no more. Are you aware of this? That they're dying out. They're a dying breed. Turns out children running after vans with strangers in them has died out.
Yeah.
The last vestige was in the 90s. Shout out 90s ice cream men. But a bunch of these ice cream trucks were going on sale. So I was like, all right, I wanna get one. And I wanna retrofit it with just candy, like that bucket candy, like from Winco and the goddamn, the things. And then go around and have it be called 420 snacks. And then you drive around colleges and like college neighborhoods, and the way you'd sell candy is by weight, like by an ounce.
Ooh,
So you would get a cup, tear it on a scale, put the bag on there, tear that, and then you would put the watermelon gummies in there until it was like a QP and sell that.
That's such a good fucking idea.
Is that not a great idea? You put that with pocket pasta, and we got
used like one of the same distribution companies that like weed brands use, and actually got like
oh my god, and got the bag. Yes,
like you could get like an eighth of watermelon gummies and have it actually be in like a weed eighth container. Oh my god, that'd be so cute.
Oh man. Dude, are there if there are anybody out there with access to ice cream trucks?
Yeah,
give us a holler.
This is giving me like high school vibes, where like there would always be that one dude with a backpack filled with all the candy and pickles, and he was just like selling upcharged candy to everybody.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys have that?
Yes. Usually the guys had stolen the candy.
Yeah, that's
that
part
morning.
Of it.
When I was in 8th grade. That movie Fight Club, like had hit our radius, like it had amoebaed into our friend group, and I sold tickets to fights in the 8th grade boys' bathroom.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
What an idea it would have been if I had added refreshments in there. If I had stuck candy in there, oh my God.
Damn.
Offer table service during the fights.
Oh man, it was such a small bathroom. It probably would have gotten busted. But, but it would have been a glorious legend.
Another eighth of Pichos.
Exactly.
I got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
If you could sleep on any enlarged piece of food, what would it be?
What a great question.
That is really good. I would say like a really large loaf of freshly baked bread. But the soft part of the bread, I'd curl up inside the soft part, so the hard part was all around me.
Chicken skin. Inside where the skin meets the meat, little in there, and then I'm sliding into that warm, slightly gooey. If it's a breast, it'll be dry underneath and then kind of moist and nice on top.
True, yeah.
The more I talk about it, the more I'm thinking Twinkie. Like the more, but it's sticky. They're slightly sticky.
It would be sticky. Yeah.
You just put some covers on it.
You just put some covers on it.
Put a duvet on it, you know.
What food to take a nap on? What
Jell-O?
a great question.
Would you slide into the Jell-O or would you be resting on top of the Jell-O?
I think you'd. Jell-O would be nice.
Jell-O would be nice.
I bet it would acclimate to your body temperature.
Ooh.
It's like memory foam.
Yeah. It would be like a float tank, except you'd be in Jell-O.
Yeah.
You could probably suffocate.
You'd sink in, except like just your face would be out of the Jell-O.
Yeah. Or Nickelodeon cartoons the straws in the nose going out, the jelly. Yeah.
I want to try that.
Oh, how hard would it be to make a man size? Well, for me, how hard would it be to, you think, stick me in Jell-O?
We could make a pool out of Jell-O.
How much?
We could
how much Jell-O?
Just
because they only sell it in the small little boxes.
No, we can math this out. We could get like one of those 10-gallon buckets from Jerry's. We could make some Jell-O, and then I could stick myself in it.
I could ask ChatGPT.
Comment on YouTube if you want that to happen. I could fund that.
We're gonna find this out.
We could buy just like 10,000.
How many
Jell-O
volumes
packets.
of Jell-O would we need?
How much Jell-O would we need to encompass
a 5'6" man?
Oh my God, we fucked this up. How much Jell-O would we need to fully encompass a 5'6" man?
Maybe envelop. Bury a 5'6" man.
All right, let's break this down. If a person is 5'6" and we
I made her mad. All right,
she's bleeping out.
She's bleeping out really bad.
She's bleeping out. Are they afraid that this is a?
I think that this, like, asking that question might be the same as asking how to
like
make
a cement shoes.
They're like, wait, we shouldn't tell these people how to do this.
I think we should I think this is what we do. We get 50,000 Jell-O packets and we just start adding them to a pool, and then we just keep adding them until we get the consistency we want.
Well, and then I dive head first.
And then
you'd have to.
What about Toys R Us?
You'd have to already be in the pool.
I like how we said we shouldn't put this out there in case people try it, and now we're discussing nothing but it.
Now well, it's not us that
Let's
said
solve
that.
this problem.
ChatGPT's content guidelines that said that. We can talk about it. I'm cool. If someone wants to try this.
Yeah. Send a picture in the comments.
We have no liability.
No.
Just saying that. This is your decision if you decide to go do this.
It's your decision to take on this
But if you do decide
quest.
to go do this, send us a video, goddammit.
Yeah. And you will be treated as a hero.
You will.
But by all means, we're absolving
You'll be a
ourselves of
Vibin with Ashe
liability.
hero.
We'll give you free Jell-O for life.
We will.
You'll have it already in your swimming pool.
Oh, man.
All right, well, y'all, you want to talk about some local news?
Let's talk about some local news.
You got the local news sound? All right, local news, y'all. This first one's my favorite. This happened last Sunday, right after last episode of Vibin with Ashe. Woman arrested after threatening Eugene thrift store with vehicle and gun. 63-year-old woman with a Kia Forte in front of St. Vinny's started telling people that she was going to shoot him in the store, and then they kicked her out. So she got in her Kia Forte, drove away, and then came back parked right in front of the entrance to St. Vinny's and started revving her engine and yelling things at people, threatening to drive into the store. Then they had to like evacuate the entire St. Vinny's. They had to get a crisis negotiation team there.
Oh my God.
They had to use a bear claw to back her between that and a cop car. So
they moved
could
the
pull her
Kia
out.
Forte with her inside.
With
of it?
her inside, yeah.
Whoa.
And according to the article, here's an actual quote from the article. Crisis negotiation teams attempted communication, but Morgan ignored their efforts, casually drinking a soda and smoking a cigarette during the standoff.
This lady might be my next wife.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, this lady rules. The revving the Kia Forte, I don't know if that would scare me. I don't know.
I mean, that's my favorite detail about the article is that it was a Kia Forte.
She was like, let me get in front of this and fucking scare him.
Up next, Springfield couple caught with over 60 people's mail, charged with over 60 counts of mail theft.
It seems like you would need less than that to accomplish whatever you're trying to do. How many different people's mail? Maybe it is fun. Don't do this, but it does sound fun to go around and collect some mail, see what other people are getting into.
No, that sounds like. But
see
these
what your
people
neighbor's been up to, dude.
They were just carting mail.
They were just horking
around, and they had it just like with them in a wagon.
Oh.
Yeah, they had all the mail in a wagon.
They're just having a good time.
Yeah.
Them and the Kia lady who emptied out that St. Vinny's, they're just having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're just.
This next one, I love a good news story on Vibin with Ashe. I love a feel-good news story on Vibin with Ashe.
I'm so excited.
Firefighters save pet rabbit from burning home in Brownsville.
Was it the only thing that they saved from the home?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Was anybody? Did they save the rabbit at the expense?
The rabbit was saved. Unfortunately, it no longer has owners.
What? Damn, dude! If you have to go in and make the tough decision between a person and a rabbit, that is the difference between
the firefighter walked into that house and said, "I want that rabbit."
That's the difference between a hard day and an easy day for a firefighter.
Saving
people, or do I just have to go in and get this rabbit?
And now I have a rabbit.
Now you have a rabbit. Do they have the rabbit? Did they keep it at the fire station?
I hope so.
Nice.
I hope it's now just the firefighter rabbit. That did happen in Eugene. There was a officer that rescued a kitten and saved the kitten and adopted the kitten. And that happened recently too, but I didn't want to really like shout it out with details.
Maybe it's the same cop. He's just collecting pets.
It's the same fire. God damn it, Bill! Stop coming out with animals. Go in and get people. God damn, dude.
He sets fires to petting zoos just to collect the goats.
Damn, special place in hell for people setting fires to petting zoos.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Yeah, dude, those animals got no business being on fire.
But maybe it's one of those things where like he feels like the animals aren't getting treated right, so it's like, well, I gotta save these animals, and there's only one way: burn the place down.
Burn it down.
That is something that the Tiger King would do.
Burn it down.
Yeah, didn't he burn something down? I don't know. I'm pretty sure in the documentary. He like burned something down to make it better. Yeah.
The whole Tiger King thing missed me entirely. It came out during the point of 2020 where I was in a drug-induced coma.
Yeah.
And like I missed. There's a whole chunk of timeline that are like I don't remember COVID 2020 at all. I don't know what came out. I don't know what I was doing.
It's also I did watch Tiger King, but like that's also why I don't really remember Tiger King.
Yeah, it was probably while playing Edward 40 Hands. Like, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Like
all right, we got one last news story. If y'all didn't know, Cahoots lost their contract with the city.
Yeah, I heard that. Why?
And I don't know, lack of funding. They got disconnected from Whitebird Clinic, and then so there was a town hall meeting on Thursday with Cahoots, and they talked about the fact that even though their contract with Eugene was technically cut and their budget has been slashed, they do not want to go away. And so they're now looking for new ways to stay active in Eugene. Hopefully someone funds them or something can fund them because they're a very important resource for this town. They responded to 17,000 calls last year alone.
Jesus.
And the police are not equipped to deal with that themselves.
And you don't want like the police dealing with a lot of that. You
No,
don't
you
want
really
police in
don't.
everybody's business like that. That just maybe needs a helping hand. Like
Yep.
that's what Cahoots was about. It was just
Exactly.
giving somebody when they needed it just a little bit of help, and then they could be on their way, and you could part ways as friends. Like police get involved, man. You could end up in jail. Like
You could, yeah. I mean,
police
you could
get
end up
involved
dead.
for any reason. All of a sudden, you're going.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like. You know.
Well,
And so-
that's the thing too. Like, I guess not to try to get too serious, but like police like try to make arrests. So even if you do
Yeah.
call them
Right.
with the intention of not making arrests, they're going to try to push for one always.
Yeah, you need. I thought Cahoots was like a good model when everybody was on their defund the police game, and like what is the alternative? I was like the Cahoots model. Run a 2-track system. Have
Yeah.
people to go be Batman, and then have people that are like just helping out.
And there were
Like,
national news articles during that whole conversation that we were having nationally about Cahoots as an example of something that's going right.
Yeah,
And-
there
and
was.
yeah, there
No,
was,
yeah,
yeah.
I remember this. Yeah, dude,
so-
getting rid of Cahoots is fucking bullshit.
Yep,
Shout out
yep.
to Cahoots.
Shout out to Cahoots. But that ends our news segment of today's show, which means that our next segment, it's my favorite of every episode of Vibin with Ashe. We're going to find someone some love, y'all.
We're gonna find someone some love.
We're going to find someone some love eventually. Maybe not today, maybe not next week. We almost did last week. But it's time for Missed Connections. Every
So
week, we
excited.
scour Craigslist, we scour Facebook to find the best missed connections of the week. And we got some good ones for you, y'all. Not all of these are about love this time.
Oh shit.
Yeah, not all of these. Some of these are about death. As
What?
well. You'll find out
Oh,
with
fuck.
the first one. All right, we're going to kick it off with Mr. T's Pest Control. Does anyone know if he's still in business?
That's the misconnection.
That's the misconnection. That was posted on Misconnections, yeah.
Damn.
I don't think it's the same Mr. T. I think that there's another Mr.
I was
T
gonna
doing
say, dude,
pest
if Mr.
control.
T's in
Yeah.
Eugene doing goddamn pest
Yeah,
control.
he's here doing pest control.
Shit, I've been
Is
missing
he
out.
still in business though? I don't know. Next one is cute Dairy Mart guy. You've got long hair and work at the one with the car wash.
Fuck yeah.
I love your laugh.
that one's over there. Yeah. fuck
Yeah, right over
dude.
there, so-
Shout out to that guy.
If that guy's watching on YouTube right now, someone loves you.
Dude, someone
loves your
loves
laugh.
you. That Dairy Mart job is about to work out for you. If you are there at Dairy Mart and you're like, fuck, man, fuck
Yeah.
this job, there's someone waiting for you.
You know how many of these have come from Dairy Mart, you guys? Like, if you are single and you don't want to be single anymore, just get a
Work at
job at
Dairy
Dairy
Mart.
Mart and then start going on Craigslist Misconnections. Someone
oh
will
my
talk
God.
about you.
You know, if you go to that Dairy Mart and you probably tell that shift right now that a dude with long hair has a misconnection, like 8 guys are gonna fight each other
Right.
to see which one.
Yep.
Like they all look. There's a prototype for that Dairy Mart.
All right, this next one's my favorite. I love the way this fucking guy talks, you guys.
Shout out the lady in a Kia Forte who was revving it in front of the.
Yeah, yeah. Hottie at Four Corners 7-Eleven.
Hell yes.
Yeah. Your name tag says Corey. I think you are hotter than the sun.
Ah,
I'm usually ride a motorcycle, and I'd really like to get to know you better.
nice.
I don't know if you have an SO, but on the long shot that you don't, hit me up and let's hang out.
On the
You
long
seem
shot.
jet cool.
jet cool.
Yeah.
Whoa. And
You
and,
seem jet cool.
And I like that he gave a little bit of himself out there. He let her know, like, listen, I ride a motorcycle.
yeah,
you
this
get on the
guy's out there
back.
riding a motorcycle, telling people they seem jet cool,
Jet
saying
cool.
they're hotter than the sun. Oh my God.
Listen, that is a very specific guy that talks that way. Somebody out there knows who this guy is.
Yeah.
Tell him to grow a pair and go into that 7-Eleven
yeah.
and find his love.
Go talk to her. What the fuck are
Pull
you
up
doing?
on that bike with 2 helmets, dude. You only get one life.
Oh,
Shout out to Jet Cool
Jet
Guy.
Cool Guy, y'all.
Damn, I gotta log that away. Yeah.
I'll give you a copy of the
Such
show
a
notes
hot
afterwards.
move to use on my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Baby, you seem jet cool.
You seem jet cool.
And she kicks me right out of the second story window.
Oh, we got one more misconnection.
Nice. These have been great.
Eugene Book Fair, Fairgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
You were with your son, me with my daughter. You were wearing a white shirt with a tattoo above your left eye.
Oh,
You looked amazing, and I'm kicking myself for not saying anything. We exchanged some looks, and I should have said something. I saw you first outside. Then you came into the sale just behind us.
Well, he was watching her for a while, huh?
If this is you, can you tell me what color hat I was wearing? I doubt anyone reads these anymore, but I'm hopeful. I want to know what the
good
tattoo...
luck, dude. I don't think anybody knows what color hat you were wearing.
What color
an
hat was
ass.
he wearing? I want to know what the tattoo said above her left eye. How above her left eye?
It was Mike Tyson style for sure.
Yeah,
It
okay,
Crips. Yeah. I that is what color hat I was wearing is a crazy ask.
Yeah.
Like not. But I do like.
I don't remember shit like that ever.
Yeah, I don't know which color shirt I'm wearing right now. Like I wouldn't. No, that is the fact that he was like, you went outside, you went inside. I clocked your movements.
Yeah.
And now what kind of hat was I wearing? I feel like he's asking a lot of the other person.
I agree. He doesn't seem...
That he seems to like be able to do himself, or they seem to be able to like that. That's crazy, dude. I mean, well, I hope you find her, or I hope that he stays far, far away. But it's nice that they have 2 kids, the Brady Bunch
Totally,
thing.
yeah. I mean, you know, he's out there going, man, I really want that mom with a face tattoo.
Who doesn't, dude? Who doesn't want a mom with a face tattoo to take you away from all this?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. But yeah, that was our misconnection segment, y'all. Hopefully you found some love. Or
I hope somebody else. The
Mr.
same
T's
guy.
Pest Control.
The same guy, Mr. T's Pest Control. Let's find that guy. Second of all, if you're out there wondering what type of hat that you have on, you are probably the guy who's watching this YouTube. Shout out to you. Yeah.
I hope that guy's watching.
I do
really
too.
do.
I do too.
All right, so up next on the show, y'all, we got some local history for you. Every episode, we try and do some fun historical segment to talk about Eugene. A lot's gone on in Eugene over the years, and there's a lot to celebrate here.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, so this one is all about protesting. Eugene has had so many protests, and some violent ones, too. There's been a lot of firebombing in Eugene, some grenades.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, it's about to get heavy. So this is gonna be a little bit reading heavy on my end. So I'm gonna grab the wireless mic for this part because this is frustrating me. But yeah, so since the 60s, Eugenians have been violently protesting against things that they don't like.
Sure.
Yeah, Eugene felt the change of the 60s in a heavy way. Underground groups carrying out bombings on military targets. Yeah.
Oh, sick.
In September
It's like
1967, the Eugene Naval and Marine Corps Reserve Training Center was damaged by a series of explosions and fire. And in November 1967, a bomb exploded at the Air Force ROTC building. On September 30th, 1968, unknown anti-capitalists exploded firebombs at the Eugene Armory, causing approximately $714,000 in damage.
Whoa.
With taking inflation into account. Destroying trucks, jeeps, and a bunch of the city's equipment.
Whoa.
Yeah, and so they had these ROTC centers, they had these recruitment centers and things all over, and people literally protested against them super violently.
Did they catch a lot of them?
They did. There were quite a few where they would arrest 50 to 100 people at
Whoa.
once. Yeah.
Wow. You don't think Eugene has it in it. But
yeah, I
it
know.
does.
There were frequent dynamite attacks on local businesses, newspapers, and at one point Emerald Hall on the University of Oregon campus.
Sketchy.
Moving into the 70s, anti-war student activists disrupted ROTC events and demonstrated against the war presence, culminating in unknown perpetrators setting the University of Oregon ROTC building on fire in Esslinger Hall.
Is ROTC sorry to interrupt. Is ROTC like the kids, or is that like, what is ROTC? Why do they keep wanting to bomb it out?
So the ROTC basically is like the college department that like the military people are for. So it's like when you're in college,
so
you can join.
They're trying to head it off at the pass. They're trying to get it. Okay, I see you.
In March of that year, 1970.
Nice.
150 to 200 students, led by the campus SDS chapter, attempted to gain entry into MacArthur Court for a concert, setting off a riot that resulted in the arrest of 5 students.
Oh, just 5?
Just 5.
Damn, they couldn't get away.
But then after the UO faculty voted to keep ROTC on campus, 100 students ransacked the ROTC building, breaking furniture, windows, throwing rocks at property, to which the police used tear gas on campus demonstrators for the first time.
Whoa.
Yep. And then this is cool. Do you know how there's like that section of 13th that doesn't have any like car traffic?
Yeah.
That was actually the result of a protest as well.
No shit.
Yep. April 26, 1970, students closed 13th Avenue through the university by erecting barricades on either end, and they started calling it People's Street. The protest successfully forced Eugene City Council to hold hearings and restrict the street to non-automobile traffic.
Oh, that's kind of like, I mean, no, I guess not, but what happened in Seattle
Very
where
similar.
they took over that like portion of the street?
That block across campus right there used to have cars. It used to just be a normal street, and they literally set up their own barricades and called it People's Street until the city.
No way.
Agreed.
No shit. Wow.
Yep.
Wow. So all these techniques that we use like today, they're taken out of the playbook like the 60s and the 70s. You know what's crazy about this too is like they're doing this at a time where like Nixon, I mean, didn't they just recently in that time frame, like didn't they kill a bunch of college? Didn't they unleash live ammo at some school?
Yeah, there was a couple
where they like put down the protesters. There's like songs about it.
Yeah, and I mean, so this was a time where like just the act of protest was like extremely
they
brave.
were like killing at Kent State where it happened, where they like shot live rounds at children. Like, well, not that college students are children, but you know what I mean?
But
like,
still,
young.
But also in 1970, the last thing that happened in that decade that we'll talk about is in October of 1970, unknown perpetrators, they never found who did it. They just exploded a bomb in Prince Lucian Hall on campus.
Fuck yeah.
So I don't know if that was
I hope nobody
protest,
died.
but they never caught them. They never knew why they did it.
That was just dudes having fun.
That was just dudes having
That was just some dudes that had a bomb in their pocket.
The entire 60s through the 70s on campus and in Eugene, there were just bombs that would just go off.
So, can I have a quick story about a bomb that I made in college?
Please.
So when I was in college in Flagstaff, Arizona, we had just discovered this was 12, 15 years ago almost, and we had just discovered, 12 years ago, we had just discovered butane hash making.
Okay, yeah.
So what we did was we went to Home Depot. Actually, Andrew might have been there, but we went to Home Depot and we bought PVC pipes and cheesecloth, and we drilled a hole in the PVC pipe in the cap of it and put cheesecloth in the bottom.
Oh,
right?
Shit.
And then you would put butane through the PVC pipe into a Pyrex jar, and then take that Pyrex jar and heat it up. And then when it evaporated, you would get that oil, and you would put that oil in a vacuum chamber, and then like vacuum chamber it over and over. But all this to say, what we did not realize is that if that butane didn't come through the cheesecloth, it just sat there. And then we would blow out weed up to the ceiling. It would pop up. And then what we didn't realize was I was with my buddy Carlos. We took that Pyrex, we put it on a stove. The difference between the stove we had been using and this stove was that this stove was a flame stove and not electric. So when the butane hash liquid boiled over, it caught fire and sent a fireball up to the roof of the kitchen and sort of back. And then I grabbed it while it was on fire. I opened up our back door. I threw that outside, and it was snowing. And when I threw that, I didn't realize fire had got on my shit. It had burned up half my hair. My buddy Carlos came behind me with a jacket, picked me up, and threw me into the snow in the backyard.
That is insane.
So that is the time that I almost blew up my kitchen.
Yeah.
When I was in college. What was I protesting? Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
But it was not important. But except for the chase, get high. But
yeah.
I created a bomb too.
Yeah. And you just gave instructions on how to make it on YouTube.
Oh no, there's many steps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not on the watch lists.
Bleep it.
Yeah, bleep that out. Cut that.
I'm pretty sure Wiz Khalifa has a video about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's on Vice.
Yeah.
I know what's up.
So the one other last protest that I wanted to talk about, there was a Gulf War protest in Eugene in January of 1991 that had 1,500 people come out here in Eugene, resulted in the arrest of 51 people, including 15 juveniles. And the protesters had a 10-year-old girl who was also protesting with them.
Sick.
And to have a demonstration against the deaths of innocents, the protesters put the 10-year-old girl in a body bag and carried her to City Hall. And she was in on it.
Whoa.
But
that's so intense.
It's super intense. That was a really crazy
You think
one.
any of these people or like her, you think they're still around?
I'm sure.
In Eugene? They must be.
I'm sure they're
Shout
still
out
around.
to you
yeah.
guys. Dude, that would be intense.
Yeah.
If we get one.
Yeah, if there's any
Get 'em
old
on
heads
the
out
show.
there who participated in some crazy Eugene protests back in the day, we want to hear about
back
it.
in the day, back in the 60s, 70s,
Uh-huh.
if you were out there robbing the ROTC building, what were you robbing it
I
for? What'd you
actually-
get?
Making fire bombs and shit.
Fire
Like, what the fuck?
bombs.
I actually,
Yay.
I met an old head that was part of some old protesting a few weeks ago.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, no, if you guys know about, like, the Timber Wars at all. You guys
Yes,
know
I've
about
heard
that?
of these.
Yeah, so, like, in the 70s, basically, like, the timber companies were harvesting a lot of the last old-growth timber in the state. And this was also the same time period that people had just, like, figured out that old-growth forests are an ecosystem of their own and have a lot of biodiversity to contribute. Before that, people literally thought that they were just dead zones. And so you had a lot of people, a lot of students in particular, who would like protest these all these logging industries. And the guy that I met, he was a firefighter during the summers and then a student during the school year. And so he like joined up with the students, and there's this event called the Sunday Massacre, where basically the loggers, like the protesters had gone out and stopped the logging from happening, and then the logging companies, like, at like a midnight decision, we're gonna go back there tomorrow morning so that they don't know. And they caught wind of it. And so a bunch of them went over and chained themselves together, like arm by arm around these like trees. And like the Forest Service came out with snowmobiles. They came out with, so they were logging in the middle of the winter, which is like never done.
Yeah, that's
no, it's
insane.
actually not in the middle of winter, spring, it was Easter. And so they came out with bulldozers and snowmobiles, and they were expecting, and then like here are these like college students deep in the fucking middle of the snowy forest, just linking arms, and they came up right to them with bulldozers, try to get them to move, and eventually they just chained them all together with actual chains, and then they were like, oh sweet, thanks, you just made it a lot easier for us.
Damn.
But it's pretty crazy.
Damn. To go out there and have the balls to be like, I'm going to chain myself to this shit, and whatever happens, happens. Like that.
Yeah.
Man, I don't have it in me. I wish I did. I definitely don't. I'm such a puss. I can't.
I'd go like I'd protest for like adventurous reasons, like if it's like
I was in Portland for the last protest, And what was interesting about it was you did see protesting through the generations. Like, there were a bunch of older heads out there, and they were carrying big, like, I think it was on, like, bed sheets, but they would have these posts, and it would catch the wind and sort of expand out. And I was like, oh, that's some 60s, like, hippie protest shit. Like, that rules. Like, because then there's the signs, and there's, like, the Gen Z version of, like, it was nice to see how many people are pissed off with, you know, the current situation.
Yeah,
whatever.
and we have more work to do, but it was a good first step, I think, for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
But y'all, I think it is time for some music.
Nice.
Yeah, we got a musical guest on the show today that I'm very excited about. Jalen Thompson is here, going to play a few songs for us. So we're going to get set up for that. Everybody give it up for Jalen Thompson.
Woo!
Okay, it came up. Okay, hopefully it just plays. If it doesn't, just cue me up.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, good.
Thank y'all. Thank you for letting me be here, and I'm gonna share some of my music. First one is called Bap. I'm so bougie, I'm a bap. No, I'm not up in the trap. Niggas fake, they taking naps. I stay fucking with they paps. I'm so bougie, I'm a bap. Nigga crazy on that crap. Nigga say he wanna smack. NGL, I like to mac. I be stunting on this track. He be looking at my back. Say, hey baby, what's your at? And he say he want this cat. He want my name as a tag. It's the same for his dad. He used to claim he gets sad when he can't fuck my cat. I'm so bougie, I'm a bap. 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 Met this dude from the Bay who didn't know that he was gay. For his name, it was Bo. He became my favorite hoe. He used to play for the Ducks like the way he used to suck. He used to say when we fuck, he need me, I'm his luck. Met this dude from the A who did some freaky ass play. Suck my balls like all day. He used to take my whole pay. He used to suck me on poppers, wearing his dockers, sneak me into lockers. No, that's not a shocker. Bougie, I'm a bap. No, I'm not up in the trap. Niggas fake, they taking naps. I stay fucking with they paps. I'm so bougie, I'm a bap. Nigga crazy on that crap. Niggas say he wanna smack. NGL, I like to mac. I be stunting on this track. He be looking at my back. Say, hey baby, what's your at? And he say he want this cat. He want my name as a tag. It's the same for his dad. He used to claim he gets sad when he can't fuck my cat. I'm so bougie, I'm a bap. 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 Met this dude from the Bay who did some freaky ass play. Suck my balls like all day. He used to take my whole pay. I think he was my first love, but I never thought of if he fit my lifestyle, if he could be wiped down. Met this dude from Belize who used to fly me overseas, riding fast in the breeze, smoking marijuana trees. I never sought to be seized by someone who always flee when my heart heart feel at ease. He would leave, I would freeze. If he lose me, it's a wrap. I'm too bougie for that crap. He can shoot me on his lap, then he shoot me on my snap. I arch my back, do a track. You know me, it take tack. You know me, I stay stacked. I'm a bap, that's a fact. I'm so bougie, I'm a bap. 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 He want my name as a tag. It's the same for his dad. He used to claim he gets sad when he can't. For my cat, he want my name as a tag. It's the same for his dad. He used to claim he gets sad when he can't. For my cat, he want my name as a tag. It's the same for his dad. He used to claim he gets sad when he can't. For my cat, he want my name as a tag. It's the same for his dad. He used to claim he gets sad when he can't. For my cat, he want my name as a tag. It's the same for his dad. He used to claim he gets sad when he can't. For my cat, he want my name as a tag. It's the same for his dad. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let me pull the next one up. Okay, this next one is, that one's pretty slutty. This next one, I'm trying to make music that isn't so slutty. I'm trying to like get into be more vulnerable. And so this next one is called Moonlight, and that's my attempt at that. Here it goes. Right from the first time you told me that I was a little too shy, you're too fly. I was really nervous sipping moonshine. Moonlight passes from your window, I am too high, too high. I am having visions of a cruise by. I do not want love if it is tragic. I don't want a silly bum sucking up my magic. Had a taste of you, it turned a boy into a savage. Now I'm feeling you, you raise the bar, you raise the bracket. I just wanna be your baby mama for a day. I just wanna laugh at the jokes you say. Think I'm falling fast, but I'm not sure, babe. I will wait for you, I'm in the garden, come and play. You can call my phone any time of the day. I cannot imagine any other way. You the one I want every time I pray. You the one I need every time on a Thursday in the theater feeling thirsty. I cannot approach you begging mercy. Led you to the back of my person. Grabbing on the handles of my person. You can see that I am stunned, frozen by your glance. I'm about to run. Looking at my face, you thought he looks fun. You don't have to wait, baby, I'm the one. But I cannot even make a sound. All my words jumbled up, I'm about to drown in the moonlight. Passes from the front of your face. Later we're riding to the front of your place. Riding to the front of your place. Riding to the front of your place in the moonlight. Riding to the front of your place. Riding to the front of your place in the... I do not want love if it is tragic. I don't want a silly bum sucking up my magic. Had a taste of you, it turned a boy into a savage. Now I'm feeling you, you raise the bar, you raise the bracket. I just wanna be your baby mama for a day. I just wanna laugh at the jokes you say. Think I'm falling fast, but I'm not sure, babe. I will wait for you, I'm in the garden, come and play. You can call my phone any time of the day. I cannot imagine any other way. You the one I want every time I pray. You the one I need every time So I said hi, I remember you from that party, Darby's. You said that was when I lost my car keys. That was pretty funny, they were in your shorts. I know, I was pretty mad, made my voice hoarse. And you lost your voice, no way, of course. It was pretty rough some way, no choice. But to sit at home, no play, no voice. If you have my number, couldn't feel alone. That's kinda cute, can I have your number? You could've had it back in the summer. Back in the summer. Now the moonlight passes from your window, I am too high. Passes from your window, I am too in the moonlight. Passes from your window, I am too high. Passes from your window, I am too in the... I do not want love if it is tragic. I don't want a silly bum sucking up my magic. Had a taste of you, it turned a boy into a savage. Now I'm feeling you, you raise the bar, you raise the bracket. I just wanna be your baby mama for a day. I just wanna laugh at the jokes you say. Think I'm falling fast, will wait for you. I'm in the garden, come play. You can call my phone any time of the day. I cannot imagine any other way. You the one I want every time I pray. You the one I need every time I in the moonlight. In the moonlight. In the moonlight. In the moonlight, light. In the moonlight, light. In the moonlight, light. In the moonlight, light. Thank y'all. Okay, this next song is kind of, okay, I said I don't want to make slutty music. I go back and forth. I say I don't want to make music that's not so slutty, and then I make something that's slutty, and then I'm like, I kind of like this. So this next one is called Your Boyfriend. It's pretty much a song about me stealing someone's boyfriend, which I would never do. I don't like the drama, but it makes for a good song. So here it goes, and this is one I produced myself. I'm trying to produce my own music now. Here it goes. Your Boyfriend. I think I'm acidic here. I don't want a boyfriend, but I think I want yours. I don't want a boyfriend, but I think I want yours. I don't need a boyfriend, but I think he needs me. Think he needs me. Think he needs me. I don't know your boyfriend, but he said he knew me. And he say my nickname is his favorite QT. I don't need a boyfriend, but I think he needs me. Think he needs me. Can you turn it up a little bit? Scrolling through his iPhone, found a message from you. I hide my reaction, thinking what I'm gonna do. Should I block your number or just delete the text? Now here comes your boyfriend saying, baby, get some rest. Just because I'm jealous, threw his iPhone on the floor. Screaming all I can, I am not no dirty whore. He said, look here, baby, I need to be true. I still love my lover, but I know I need you. Now I'm in your bedroom playing with his kinky hair. He will not take phone calls, no he won't even dare. He is such a good boyfriend when you give him a chance. I don't need your boyfriend, but I want his bad romance. I don't want a boyfriend, but I think I want yours. I don't want a boyfriend, but I think I want yours. I don't need a boyfriend, but I think he needs me. Think he needs me. Think he needs me. I don't know your boyfriend, but he said he knew me. And he say my nickname is his favorite QT. I don't need a boyfriend, but I think I need yours. Think I need yours. Think I need yours. Riding in his 67 blue Camaro. Now I got your boyfriend coming right on schedule. Cruising down the highway and I'm daydreaming by us. There is nothing better than a Virgo Libra cuss. Take me to the drive-thru, I want everything on the menu. He knows to obey me or he'll see me in the rear view. I have never met no one as generous as him. Now he rubbing on my kitty cat, he wanna swim. I know I'm in his iCloud and I hope you don't find out, cause we like to keep things private so that there is not a doubt. We won't be together for a long time, yes I know. So I'll just have fun with him before I gotta go. I don't want a boyfriend, but I think I want yours. I don't want a boyfriend, but I think I want yours. I don't need a boyfriend, but I think he needs me. Think he needs me. Think he needs me. I don't know your boyfriend, but he said he knew of me. And he say my nickname is his favorite QT. I don't need a boyfriend, but I think I need yours. Think I need yours. Think I need yours. Now I'm at his house and he begging me to stay. We know that you're coming and I need to get away. He said that he'll miss me cause he know I'm one of a kind. I want to stay with him, but I know that he not mine. I guess this what I get for messing with people's boyfriends. I don't think my karma can do this situation again. I need to find truth right inside myself. He is still with you, I'm beside myself. I still have his number in my little black book, just in case I miss him and I wanna have a look. I don't need your boyfriend, but I think I need yours. Think I need yours. Think I need yours. I don't want a boyfriend, but I think I want yours. I don't want a boyfriend, but I think I want yours. I don't need a boyfriend, but I think he needs me. Think he needs me. Think he needs me. I don't know your boyfriend, but he said he knew me. And he say my nickname is his favorite QT. I don't need a boyfriend, but I think I needs me. Think he needs me. Think he needs me. I don't like your boyfriend, but he said he liked me. I don't like your boyfriend, and he said he liked me. I don't like your boyfriend, but he said he liked me. Said he liked me. Said he liked me. I don't have a boyfriend, but I think I have yours. And I like the way he look when he is on all fours. I don't like your boyfriend, but he said he liked me. Said he liked me. Said he liked me. Let's listen to the outro. I think it's so pretty. Thank y'all.
All right, everybody. Give it up for Jalen Thompson again. That was great. Oh, yeah. All right. Come on back up. All right. That was awesome, Jalen. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
That was sick.
That was sick.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hell yeah. So, Jalen, how, I guess we have talked before on the radio, actually.
Yeah. I'm always
definitely a new format for us.
I'm just very shocked when you when you ask me to do stuff, because you know how my music is, and I'm like, I don't know if your audience is like primed for my music.
That's fair. That's
so like
fair.
So I'm like, I'm always appreciative, but I'm also like, okay, how is their audience gonna receive this?
I think that my audience likes a little bit of everything, and so keeping it.
I feel like you're pretty relatable too.
I'm trying to rebrand though. I'm trying to rebrand.
You are?
I'm trying to rebrand. I keep telling myself that.
You said multiple times in your set, you're like, I'm not going to be slutty anymore. And then
you took us on like
proceeded
a roller coaster of
and then
sluttiness.
proceeded to be slutty, which I respect. Any of your songs, Jalen, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Jalen? Any of your songs autobiographical? How about that last one? Is there someone out there whose boyfriend needs you?
I did not do that.
Are you sure?
I didn't do that. Somebody else did that.
Somebody else did that?
Somebody else did that.
Allegedly.
You go by other names or?
Someone there's multiple Jalens, so
Sure. Yeah,
Fair.
sure.
So Jalen, you said you produced that last track as well, right?
yeah, I did.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Thank
the
you.
production on that was fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's GarageBand. People like really like shit on GarageBand. But
GarageBand
like
rules.
you can do some really cool sounding stuff in GarageBand.
I think like the tool sometimes is not as important as the person using the tool. Like if you have the vision, you have like what you want to do. Like I've been editing videos for shorts and stuff, just using like my phone's editing tools, like not needing any other extra stuff. Like some of those just kind of basic apps and things like that, really, you can do a lot with them.
I think for the longest, like me just having GarageBand, like made me feel like, oh, I can't produce things that's like, because my producer, he uses, they use Ableton. And so it's like a more like, I don't know, professional grade kind of software. And so like when I was doing stuff in GarageBand, I was like, oh, this isn't going to be as good, but I don't know. I like how it sounds.
Ableton is like reading code.
Oh,
like
it is.
when
It is.
you
It's
watch
so
somebody
complicated.
do that, it's crazy. It's like they read the Matrix. Like I have at least GarageBand is like obtainable for me. You know what I mean? Like
I think that's why people shit on it, because it is like accessible.
fuck
yeah,
those guys.
Yeah. How dare you have accessible art?
Do you like producing? So producing is like newer to you.
It is newer to me.
How do you like it?
I really like. I want to put more time into producing.
Yeah.
But like I'm a full-time teacher at U of O, and that don't clap for that. Don't clap for that. That so it's like pretty much what I'm saying is like my day job like takes up a lot of time for me, like doing my own music. So like the only time that I can really carve out is when I go work for my producer. It's like I would have to find ways of like carving time to like work on my own stuff. But it's just been hard to do that. But I've been enjoying the moments that I get to do it.
That's fun. That sounds cool. Have you thought about bringing poetry nights back?
Oh.
Yeah. Again with the job thing.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like I don't
Yeah.
know. I keep saying that it's like maybe it's just an excuse. Maybe I don't really want to do it because I would have done it already if I don't know. I would have made a way, but I feel like I don't know, tired, burnt out. I've been in school for so long.
That totally makes sense.
I don't know.
Yeah. Did you, because you teach at U of O, did you kind of just go from school to teaching?
Yes.
Wow.
Exactly
Whoa.
that. Exactly.
You've never left school.
No.
How long have you been a teacher?
Like 5 years at this point. 5-6 years at this point. Yeah.
So you went to college and then
Went straight.
Teaching.
Went to grad school and then taught in grad school and then out of grad school.
whoa.
Yeah.
Damn. What subject do you teach?
I teach mainly African American literature, and then I teach some film studies classes.
Oh,
that's
cool.
really
Yeah.
cool. Whoa.
Yeah.
So do you have any shows coming up that you want to shout
I
out?
actually have a show on this Wednesday
Ooh.
at Fathom's Bar.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
hell
Yeah, it's me, Baby Smooth, if y'all know them, and After Midnight. They're gonna it's a great bill. Like I love those groups and I love those people, and so I'm very
Those
happy.
Wednesday shows at Fathoms are always so
Great.
fun too.
They're great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's you get a beer.
Yeah.
Just for coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's $5 cover, but you get a beer as
Whoa.
part of your cover.
That's huge.
Yeah,
I like that.
it's a game changer.
That covers the charge.
Exactly.
It's just like
Yeah.
having a beer.
Have you performed at Fathoms before?
I did one time, and I wanna have like a little redo because it was it wasn't no. I'm trying to speak. I'm trying not to speak bad about the venue, but I don't know. Everything was like rush.
Yeah.
Everything
Well,
was
that's
rush.
so. I think that Fathoms is like a super rad place to see live music, to perform, because of how rough it is. Like it.
What do you mean by rough?
Like they don't have the world's best sound system. You're in a basement. The floor is perpetually sticky. People are really, really packed in there, but you can build such a vibe through that. I feel.
Yeah, and I'm at a point where I'm just like, needing to like get in front of audiences and needing to like just get comfortable performing, and so like and then learning how to like book my own shows and like collab with other people. So it's like it's a very much a learning experience for me.
Totally, yeah. Have you had any shows recently that you've done that were kind of noticeable or notable, standout?
Talking about like just in the past.
Yeah, just like I know I've seen a few videos recently on social media of your performances.
Okay,
around a couple places.
So. I mean, this was another like kind of rush show, but it was at Ghost Town Outfitters, if y'all know that place.
Okay, yeah.
It's a really cool venue. I think it's a really cool like place. Like just the clothes are everywhere, and it's just like a nice vibe. But it's like I wanted to perform there because it's just such a it's just such a cool place. And so I would say like that's probably like on my list. Even though it was like last minute, not a lot of promotion, it's still like a cool place.
Totally, yeah. We did a show with Lazarus Pearl and Cassie Candles like a couple months ago when we were still doing the radio station.
Oh, okay.
At Ghost Town. And
what date? What was the date? Because I feel like I was there maybe.
Ooh,
that was a while.
It had to have been like
a year ago,
like September.
Yeah.
Okay, never
mind.
It
was a while back, but it was such a cool venue. Oh hell yeah! Thank you, Tomas. Give it up for Tomas, everybody.
They have really interesting shows there. The only other show I've been there besides that one was like this random punk show, and it was like all older punks from like Portland. It was really
cool.
strange.
It's fun.
It's fun.
I enjoy it. Yeah.
So you mentioned a producer that you work with?
Moss Vacation. Just want to shout them out. Moss Vacation.
Cool.
Yeah.
Who are some other artists around town that you perform with or collaborate
Thank you.
with?
Okay, I had a list, so I was hoping you were gonna ask me. So definitely After Midnight, but in After Midnight, there's Zaray, there's my producer Moss Vacation, there's Rip Saeed, there's Baby Smooth, Love Baby Smooth, there's Amia Nectar, Steve Lovelights, who else can I think of?
Actually, Steve Lovelights is going to be here on May 4th.
Oh, shoot. So,
yeah,
okay.
If you want to see Steve Lovelights, be sure to be here for Vibin with Ashe on
nice.
We'll
May
see
4th.
if Steve, when you ask Steve the same question, and we'll see if he says me.
Ooh, okay.
And then we're going to see if me and Steve are still friends.
Yep.
Let me stop.
Deal.
I'm messing with y'all. I'm messing with you.
We're going to start some Vibin with Ashe drama here.
Vibin with
What?
Ashe
This
drama.
This is where the beef starts. Let me stop.
Yeah.
And you asked artists that I have worked with, right?
Yeah, like collaborations and things like that.
Yeah, I would say those are the. I mean, I'll just shout out like Cameron Tierra. She's great. Cameron Day is great. I haven't worked with them, but they're just great performers. I want to shout out some bands. They probably don't know who I am, but I love watching them. I love Misconnection.
Ooh, yeah.
I love Stella. I love. Damn it, what's their name? Lazarus Pearl, love Lazarus Pearl. I love Bowl Piece, really love Bowl Piece.
Bowl Piece is great, yeah.
Really love their name is Gentle Being. Gentle Being is great. Yeah, those are some of my, like when I see them on a bill. Oh, Tesla Coil. That's a cool band. Yeah, when I see these bands on the bill, I'm like, okay, I gotta go watch them. Yep. And it's like, okay, this is why I said I'm rebranding, because I'm starting to like experiment with like indie punk rap.
Ooh, okay.
And I think it's from me going to these shows and like kind of just, I don't know, being inspired and the way that the storytelling of these genres happen. And so, yeah, that's
what do you did you say punk was in that? What
indie punk rap?
Indie punk rap.
Yeah.
So are you experimenting with like guitars and things like that?
Guitars, like ambient sound, like kind of shoegazy almost. Well, no, shoegazy. It is shoegazy.
Shoegazy?
Yeah, shoegazy.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm a big shoegaze fan, so I'm here for anything shoegazy.
Okay. Y'all might like my next album. I'm working on a next album. It's going to be called Gay Drake.
Gay Drake?
It's going to be called Gay Drake.
That's great.
Oh, yeah. I've been working on that since December.
Cool. Hell yeah. Do you have an ETA for dropping the album?
No. No.
Nice.
I want to take my time with this one because everything that I've made it in like me and Moss Vacation. We'll get in the studio. We'll make a song in 2 hours, and then we'll do like 5 sessions, and then we have an EP. And so like everything has been really fast. And so with this one, I was like, no, I want to take our time. Like if we need to like re-record stuff, let's do that. Like I want to take my time.
Can I ask you a question? Because I'm so far removed from this, but I'm such an observer of like, the hip hop or whatever. And it's like when they put out albums these days, they're almost like not classic albums. Like they're not done. Sometimes they put out like version 2 or like they'll put out something like a deluxe or like something maybe not finished and then go back and finish it. Like when you do an album, do you view it as like what is the difference in the ethos between like say an EP and like an album? Like what like you're doing an album? Like is it conceptual? Is it like different feeling? Like
definitely conceptual. I think also like the amount of songs, like EPs are a little bit like shorter, like 4 to 5 songs. Albums are like
10, like 11, 12.
Yeah, something like that. And they're, it's longer too. Like most albums are like 30 minutes up. EPs are like, shorter. And so, yeah, I think for me, like the way I'm thinking of calling it an album is like, it is because it's longer. There is a concept too, and then there's multiple references that I'm pulling from. Not saying that I don't pull from references in the EPs that I've made, but this one's like much more intentional, and I'm trying to like just be intentional in the way that I'm marketing it too, and the way I'm gonna present it. Yeah.
At the end of doing something like that, are you just like have you made an album before? Or no? Okay.
It's all been EPs.
Exhausting? It seems like such a creative input to keep a concept, to keep through lines, to keep callbacks, that number of songs. Like it seems like such an effort to do that. It would seem exhausting.
I think the exhausting thing is like feeling like when I finally release this that it's not going to break the internet. I think that's the exhausting thing because like the music market, especially for independent artists, is so oversaturated. It's like you have to I don't know, the way that people find your music is like algorithms, but also like, performing live and things like that. And so I think what I get kind of burnt out on is like trying to figure out the way to get my music out and like trying to find ways of promoting it better, and putting effort into that. I think that's been like the most frustrating and like
That's funny you say that. There are so many comedians who think like this is the YouTube bit that's gonna break me. This is the one. This is it.
It sucks that like as artists we have to depend on like going viral as a way of like getting people to see like the value of art. I don't know.
I've been making shorts recently, just like out of clips and stuff from the show, and I'll make one and then I'll post it on like every platform, like TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. And what's been really interesting is watching like some videos do really well on some platforms, some don't do really well. But honestly, it all is just random. It all just feels random. Like I might refresh the page and it jumps up 500 views and it might sit at 0 views forever. And it just feels totally random. It just feels like you have to just keep doing it. I feel like in this like
wow, this is gonna sound pretentious. I feel like this in this like postmodern like age of like the internet and everything, like the goal of music to a lot of people is to become popular. And you know, same thing with like a lot of art, like the goal is to be famous, whereas like I feel like, you know, 30, 40 years ago, like the goal was never to be famous. The goal was just to have fun and create a community like around it that's like, you know, self-efficient and effective.
I think that's what I have to remember, like when I release my next project, is like it's about like the community that I've cultivated, like online and in person. Like, you know, those people are gonna be the ones that are gonna support your art, and like that's what you need to think about. You don't need to think about like, oh, I got 50 likes on this one thing, but only 2 people showed up to my show.
Right.
2 people, like those 2 people, those are your real like fan. Those are your like they're there for you, and like that's your community. And you know, like just focus on building that. That's something that I need to stick with and remind
and I think
of.
that like, you know, when people try too hard to hit algorithms and it comes off as inauthentic. And part of like just doing the art that you want to do as authentically as you possibly can, and then still releasing it to all those platforms, like it takes away that pressure of like you don't have to put yourself in a place where you care if something goes viral. And that might just increase the chance that something you do goes viral.
I actually took a full step back from all social media.
Yeah.
And it has adversely affected my career. Like, but I was doing stuff, you know, as a newer comic, you get booked only so often, but it was like, 4 times a month I was like grinding at it. But then I would look at any social media and it would still make me unhappy. Like, why am I not getting that, or why, you know, whatever, all the bullshit. I've stepped away from it, and I love doing stand-up so much more. And this is a me problem, clearly. But, like, I'm one of those people that doesn't mesh with social media very well. Yeah. And it's like, how do you wrestle with that, you know?
But do you feel like you are missing out on the people that you can reach, like that aren't able to see you live?
Oh, yeah.
But I still, like, I want to be like you, where it's like, I don't need Instagram to, like, be a performer. Like, I can just perform, and then, because I think I would be much happier. Like, I don't think I would be in my head as much, trying to compare myself as much.
There is a freedom to it. And now I'm like, I have people that are offering like, hey man, this is why people run other people's social media accounts when they get big or whatever, is because it will drive you crazy. I was obviously not anywhere near needing that, but it's like, oh, I can see that headspace developing where it's just like, I'm going to offload this onto somebody else and live my life free. Because you obviously need the internet. You need it. Like, at this point in our careers, we need it.
Right. A lot of what I do on social media is literally just promotion.
Yeah, you need
creating events, making posters, posting things. Like, sometimes I feel like I am taking away from, like, the authenticity factor of, like, my social media persona because I'm using it so much for promotion.
Do you feel like you could do your promotion without it? Like, well, actually... Yeah. Yes. Okay. Let me rephrase the question. What is a way that you could do the promotion, like that you do on social media, like without it being on social media?
I mean, I would say like I don't need social media to make the posters I make, and I don't have to post them necessarily. Like, it could be physical. Like, it could all be networking. It could all be physical posters, flyers, things like that. But I think that there's still, like, just with doing a podcast, doing comedy, being a musician, you have to find a way to, like, have yourself be on people's minds in some regard. And the easiest way to do that is obviously posting on social media. Yeah. That way, when people are scrolling and looking, they see those things and recognize those things. But if that's not happening, I think another, just maybe even as, like, reasonable of a thing to do is just putting posters out physically, so it still gets on people's minds and everything.
But you can never, I mean, with an Instagram post, you can reach so many more people for free than a poster.
Yeah.
Like, that's unavoidable.
Right, and then a poster then, like, comes into having cost in that. You, like, posting on Instagram is free. Posting on TikTok is free. Making a stack of flyers to go put all over town costs money and then costs time.
Yeah.
I also think it's about like making yourself like accessible in general, because a lot of times like, you know, there'll be some artists that I really like and I try to find them on Instagram or YouTube and I can't. And I'm just like, oh well, that was fun.
Yeah. I know for a fact I've lost bookings because I have run into people in real life and they were like, hey asshole, hit you up for this. Where you been? It's like, oh, I'm off Instagram. And then they look at you like you died. Yeah. You're like, oh, fuck, I guess you're really going through something. Like, damn. Like,
I mean, the bookings that you say you've lost because of that, like, do you feel like you missed out, or do you feel like those were opportunities that would have furthered your career, or?
Yeah, yes. But it's also like I have decided, at least for now, and I have had to square myself with the decision that my mental health is, and again, it's a weakness. Like, looking at having Instagram affect you so much is definitely a weakness in me. But that aside, where I'm at right now, I want to go on stage and do the jokes, whether they're open mics or shows. Like, social media only serves to take away my enjoyment from that. And I need to learn to overcome that. But right now, just having it out, regardless of the cost, you know?
I stay off social media. I think you should, because if you're saying you're happy or that way, and like, you might, I don't know. I want you to stay off so I can see an example. So I can see how I can do it.
So you can see if it sinks or swims.
No, I feel like either way you're going to, like, you know, maybe the people you're going to find, like, the people that are like, okay, like, I can't access this person this way. Maybe email is better. Maybe, like, you know, something. I don't know. I just feel like there is a way that artists should be able to, like, further their career, promote their stuff without needing to rely on social media. I don't know.
I mean, that's the grand experiment I guess I'm running.
Yeah.
Know? So I appreciate you saying that, though, because it you tell people that, like, you're off social media, but you want to get on stage. They're like, I don't understand how the fuck, what, and then.
Like, what were people doing before? Like,
that's it.
They were just talking to each other, right?
Yeah. They were figuring it out. Like, there must be a way. There must be that same spirit, or it's gone and supplanted, and I'm a moron. Yeah. Either way, I'm willing to eat it.
Yeah. I mean, you're off social media and you're still on a 2-hour podcast. So.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. I mean, no, but proof positive. There is someone who is like, hey, man, let me get you on stage, which, like, it does my soul so good. I can't tell you how both. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
No, I think in-person networking is totally viable, especially if, like, the more you show up, the more connections you'll make. But also I feel like something that's lost a lot is, like, a lot of people's favorite artists weren't famous when they were alive. Like, Edgar Allan Poe, like, died penniless and, like, unknown, but then was, like, later discovered.
Yeah, didn't one of the big artists too, like Van Gogh, or wasn't famous until he never sold a painting until he died. I hope it was Van Gogh. I may sound like a huge moron.
I think that was Van Gogh. I watched that one movie that was drawn to be like Van Gogh's art style.
Oh yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that was in the movie. You know what I'm talking about?
No, but I wish I did.
They made a movie and they got like a shit ton of animators to they filmed the movie, but then they hand painted all of the frames in Van Gogh's art style. So the whole movie was a Van Gogh painting.
Wow. This is striking like a very stoned back nerve in the back. You know what this is, dumbass. Like, you seen it. Nice.
You probably saw it stoned. So.
Definitely. Jalen, do you smoke weed?
I'm taking a break.
You're taking a break?
Yeah, it's like 9 months at this point.
Oh, wow.
9 months?
Yeah.
Damn. You could have delivered, you know what? Baby,
when I keep telling myself, when I finish teaching this term, I'm going to have to go back.
You're going to have to go back?
I'm going to have to go back. It's been, because it's like, I wanted to, like, show myself, like, hey, like, because I don't know, it's kind of like becoming a pattern. Like, I would just do it, like, every day, and it would just kind of keep me from, like, being, I don't know, myself.
Yeah.
I don't know. You making a face.
No, I'm with you on the everyday thing.
And so, like, that's why I wanted to take a break from it. But the break is gonna be over soon, I think.
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn.
I think, I don't know. I might do it for a little bit, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm freaking out too much. I need to stop.
That's fair. I mean, after 9 months, the first time you get high, you're gonna get really high.
I feel like getting high and grading papers would be a journey.
Yeah.
Did you? Oh, I don't know if we want to. Never mind. Never mind. I want to get stories from you after this. Hold on. I forgot there were cameras.
I plead the fifth.
That's probably wise.
Do you grade papers and things differently when you're in different moods?
Oh, what a good question.
That is a great question. Yes. So if I'm like really pissed off, I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna read this. I'm just gonna, okay, did you meet the word count? Okay, let me just speed through this. If I'm feeling like, it depends on if I like the class too.
Oh,
okay.
Man.
So if I like the class, and if I like the student,
shit.
So I have to like the class and like the student. If I like the class and I like the student, I'll be like, okay, I'll read through their stuff. And then if they're in the class that I like, but I don't like the student, I'm just like, okay, did they make the record? Okay, cool.
Now, will that flip all the way? Oh, I don't know how much you want to reveal, but if you really hate a student, are you grading? Are you reading them live?
I'm fair.
No way.
I'm fair.
Hell yeah.
If you meet the minimum requirements, I don't care. Like if you meet the minimum requirements and it doesn't sound like you've used AI, which is kind of tricky to tell.
Oh, has that been something that's like changed over the last?
There's no way to tell.
Right.
But I can tell if it's like, if you're like kind of writing kind of like more conversationally, I'm like, okay, this is your actual writing voice. If it's this really like precise language, like these kind of like semi-large words, I'm just like, you didn't learn any of this from me. I didn't teach you how to write this way. You're probably using AI, but I have no way of really knowing.
And because AI models have been getting better and better as well. So when like, was there a point where like you were getting things that were just like kind of noticeably AI slop as well?
Yeah, like well, it's like when it's mainly like if the student uses AI consistently, I won't be able to tell because I'm like, oh, okay, this person just writes really well.
Yeah.
It was one student that they were writing in the way that their typical way, like, you know, there were some typos, there were like some grammar things, and I'm like, I'm okay with stuff like that because I'm like, okay, at least I know it's coming from you.
Yeah.
Then they switched to writing these very like well-written responses, and I was like,
you were like, you're a dumbass. You don't write like this. This is too smart.
But I was just like, wait. I was like, I pulled him to the side. I was like, yeah, your writing has really changed a lot. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but your writing has changed a lot. So, I don't know. Be aware of that. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
If they use it consistently, I won't be able to tell.
Right, yeah.
I mean, what the fuck are you supposed to do? People are just going to use it, right? I mean, there's no way to...
And I do not get paid enough to be like the AI police. I do not get paid enough.
If I was a student right now, what I would do is I would actually write multiple essays, and then I would take those essays and I'd put them into the AI, and then I'd say, write like me.
Yeah.
They probably do that.
Yeah,
they probably do that. And again, I mean, I don't know. I guess they are. I mean, they're learning skills. They're learning how to use technology. I don't know. They're learning how to use tools.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Have you always taught collegiate level, like college level?
Yeah, I've always taught college.
Okay. Did you notice like an influx of vaping in class? Like when that tide broke. See, when I went to high school, I don't know how old you are. I'm 33.
I'm 30. We're on the same age.
Yeah, so you remember having to jump the fence to go smoke a cigarette with the cool kids somewhere else?
I didn't do that.
Oh, you didn't do that? Okay, well, all right, well, that's probably why you're teaching at a university and I'm not. But smoking was so hard to do in school. Even in college, they were smoking areas. I mean, do kids just vape in class and not give a fuck like these guys?
They don't vape in my motherfucking class.
They don't?
No, hell no.
What would happen?
People used to vape in class? people used to vape in class?
Yeah, they would vape in class.
That's so disrespectful.
I've heard that going around, not in my time, but like after my time. Guys,
no, that don't happen.
Than me.
I wouldn't. That's never happened. I don't want that to happen. If they wouldn't be my student, they would be out of class. I don't know.
My brother's in high school, and apparently those kids are vaping up in class.
I had a friend who would sit in the back of a class with a McDonald's drink, and then he'd have a straw, and the straw would go over a vape pen in the drink. And then he could take a hit.
That's really smart.
What's going on to where the kids need to vape in class? Like, are they just really, really like stressed out, or like what's going on?
Baby.
I think
it'll grab
it's
you
like
young. It'll grab you good.
Yeah.
I think it's like a status thing. It's like
the people are
cool
sick.
Cool. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, you want to be cool, you vape.
Yeah. I was cool. I smoked cigarettes.
Nice. Yeah.
I had to find a Russian guy who would sell them to underage kids.
Oh, wow.
In my high school. Yeah.
That's nice.
It was good times.
Yeah, that's a sweet guy.
Yeah. It made you cool.
I'm being introduced to a whole new world.
Yeah.
Whole new world.
Well, Jalen, do you have any last things that you want to shout out for us before?
Support local artists. Thank you so much, Ashe. Thank you, Tomas. Thank you, JB. Thank you. Oh my God, I forgot your name.
It's okay.
Crabman. Thank you, Crabman.
Crabman.
No, just keep supporting local art. Look
Yeah.
out for Gay Drake when it comes out. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but it's gonna come out. And yeah, I'm just really grateful to be here. Thank y'all.
Hell yeah, thank you. Give it up for Jalen Thompson, everybody.
I get off the stage.
What?
I get off the stage.
Yeah, I'll take the mic from you. All right. This is Vibin with Ashe, y'all. Thanks so much for being here. We're live on YouTube right now. We're here every Sunday from 5 to 7 or so. We just had a great set from Jalen Thompson. Yeah, that was awesome. That was
fucking awesome.
How you doing, JB?
I'm doing good, man. I'm so happy to be here. This was so much fun.
Yeah,
I forgot that we were on camera for a couple of those.
It's easy to do. I forget that I'm on camera like every show.
It's very fun up here.
We did the misconnections earlier,
yes.
But throughout the week, I will look on like Lane County Confessions, which is a Facebook page where people just say like either ridiculously weird or shitty things while being anonymous.
This is amazing.
Yeah, no, it's wild. It's wild. And I saw this one last night, and it doesn't really apply to you because your actual initials aren't JB, but I knew that
my initials are JB.
Oh, shit.
My actual initials, I don't know what you're about to read, but last night I was home. My name is James Blair Garner.
All right,
so
well.
I'm JB.
Yeah, all right, well.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to read this. This is posted to Lane County Confessions Uncensored from an anonymous member.
Oh.
If your man's initials are JB, your man is a whore.
Okay.
He is in love with not you.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. What up?
Hold on.
He is in love with not you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That I don't mean to be.
Yeah, fair.
Occasionally the side comes out of
I mean, it's fine. Sometimes we all get a little slutty, and then...
As Jalen taught us.
Yeah.
We can all be a little slutty sometimes.
You don't have to pick one side. You can be both.
Well, yeah, we can be authentic and slutty at the same time, y'all.
My girlfriend is watching this in real time, and I don't know how to respond to this.
Well,
there were so many things. That was such a loaded statement that was in there.
Do you think it was her?
Well, it wouldn't be her. It would be someone trying to talk to her.
Honey, I'm not a whore. Those days are behind me. They were behind. I mean, I don't know.
Well, do you think she saw what we did last night?
Uh-oh. Oh, no, Crabman. You just ruined it.
I don't know.
Crabman.
All right.
Shit.
Now he's in trouble.
I was at home last night.
I was at your house, too. I mean, I was at home, too.
Yeah.
I was at home, too.
We call it the Crab Shack.
Honey, when I come up to Portland to see you, I'll explain all of this. It'll get the drive will give me enough time to think and get all the pieces right in my head. Yeah.
But speaking of Crabman's lover, Crabman did gain a new lover
gain a new
he
lover?
gained a new lover
to add to his
on
crab
hand shoes and
collection?
horse grenades last episode. Crabman gained a new lover. And
You did?
This
new
is news
lover,
to me. I don't.
Oh no, you can watch back to the episode. It was there. It was there.
It's one of the misconnections.
And so we're gonna bring Crabman's new lover up on stage next as our new special guest.
Oh my God! I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
because Logan Pop is here. And
Logan.
I'm pretty sure there's some stuff going on between you two. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's talking about it. Logan,
what is?
do you remember what we're talking about?
No,
Because Crabman has forgot.
I smoke too much.
Will you
You.
remind Crabman how you two are
So
lovers?
I made some weird eye contact with you, and I was probably talking about my dick or something.
Nice.
And I
Sick.
thought about that today, and I was like, it was way prolonged.
You were
Wait, you thought about
specifically
your dick or Crabman?
Your
Eye
dick's
contact.
prolonged.
And then I was thinking about another bit I should do, just make the eye contact again, just keep that going.
You had eye contact with Crabman while you were
Yeah.
talking about your dick.
It was
Sick.
my dick or something.
Oh, how cool is that?
And
Crabman-
if there's one thing that the misconnections have taught us week after week, it is that eye contact is the catalyst to love.
eye contact and tracking someone's movements when they go outside and come back inside.
You
And
just better remember their hat.
yeah, you better have a good hat
Yeah,
on. That's
yeah.
memorable.
Yeah?
That's
Logan,
cool.
Have you gotten a haircut recently?
No.
Or
Really?
do you just wear a hat
I'm
normally?
just not wearing a hat.
Oh.
And I don't know, maybe my boot thing.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you got a bunch of jewels on your boot.
Yeah, I went to a punk show at Wandering Goat for the first time.
Oh, cool.
And there's some dudes that make some really cool custom leather things. And the guy's like, you look cool, you should take this. And I
Did
was
you
like,
mosh?
"Okay." No, I'm too old for that.
That's fair.
Yeah, that was a really good show / I guess, first date.
Oh.
Yeah, we went and saw a really good band called Cross Stitch Dies.
Nice. When was this? Yesterday?
No, this was Wednesday night.
Okay.
Did you shave just for the date like that, or is
Yeah.
that how you normally rock?
It's just
your
how I
facial?
normally rock it.
Really?
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that?
This took about 7 months.
7 months. So
Yeah.
it's relatively new.
Yeah, relatively new.
Relatively
Stay
new.
around for. a
What do
very
you
long
call
time.
that? The lamb chops? Is that what that's
I
called?
think it's a
Or-
mutton.
Yeah, and I've got no
Or is
hair,
it-
so I got mutton butt chops.
Mutton by chops. Nice. And you lawnmower the middle.
Yeah.
How do
yeah.
you keep that space the same?
Um,
Do you
I-
go at like a 2-finger? And
Yeah, I do
then-
the
and then-
2-finger.
Oh,
okay,
nice.
so it's
Yeah.
always the same.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
good.
Yeah,
I
so
never I've never thought about it in depth, but
I've thought about it.
have you
I've thought about doing it.
doing the
Yeah.
2-finger thing and
Yeah,
having
doing
it
the 2-finger thing and then,
nice?
but I don't want to try and like seem like I'm copying Logan's style.
I mean,
so.
it's a pretty cool look. I like the chops.
I think I
If
think
we
you
all
rock
did
it.
it, they'd think we were in a gang together.
That is true.
I mean,
We're in ZZ Top.
Yeah, a little bit better. I don't know.
So JB, Logan usually comes up here and we have a little segment called Pop's Picks where Logan tells us about some of the movies that he's watched throughout the week.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I watched one movie this week because one date turned into a couple dates, so that was rad.
rad.
So I was here on one of those dates on Thursday night, and yeah.
So you watched movies on the dates.
No, we watched a movie on one of those nights. and
Okay.
It was Near Dark.
I haven't heard of that one.
It's from 1987.
Okay.
It's a vampire movie. They don't say vampire in it. It's like vampire meets Western.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Who's in it?
Um,
Anybody
The only person I can remember offhand is Bill Paxton is in it.
nice?
And it's got like most of the cast from Alien.
Oh, whoa.
Nice.
yeah.
Most of the
Wait,
cast from
which
Alien?
alien?
The second one, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
A young Bill Paxton.
They were just
yeah.
filming Alien next door, and they're like, "Hey, we need some actors."
I can't remember the other actress in it, but they're fantastic. It's just these vampires, and they infect this one guy, and they're like, he has to prove that he can be one of them.
Sure.
Killing.
Yeah.
And like,
That makes that.
I'm
that
not going to
seems-
spoil the movie because I didn't think it was streaming, but I found out that it's streaming on YouTube. You
Oh,
can
whoa.
watch it on YouTube for free.
Shout out YouTube. We
All-
love YouTube.
All great movies stream
So I
on
watched
YouTube.
Near Dark. It came out the same year that
Lost Boys came out like around
Oh,
the
whoa,
same time.
Oh.
And it kind of like got forgotten about because Lost Boys had like a higher
Dominated.
billing and it was like on a bigger company.
Yeah.
Dominated.
Near Dark is the best vampire movie, I think.
All right, and
ever.
if it's on YouTube too,
Yeah.
I'll watch it by next week.
Yeah.
I'll report back.
How do you think it compares from dusk till dawn?
Oh, it's way better.
Really?
Way better, yeah.
Oh,
Whoa.
shit. Okay.
Because
Damn.
it's kind of it's not so over the top. It's got a cohesive storyline, and the characters are a lot more enjoyable.
Dusk Till Dawn is kind of 2 movies.
Yeah.
It's like very
Yeah.
much like 2 movies.
Well, it's because
like,
it's Tarantino,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and at least it's not going backwards.
Or starting in the middle. Cold
Yeah, we're
drop.
like, what the fuck? But those are still. I mean, those are.
Did
still
you see
good
that
movies.
they're doing a sequel to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I did
Really?
not see that.
Yeah.
Who is?
Twice Upon a Time?
Wait, is that going to be his last
No,
movie?
no,
No.
Tarantino's writing it, but it's who's
David Fincher.
David Fincher? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
Who did Fight Club?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so apparently it's like set 8 years after Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Is this a way that what kind of serial killer or something happened then?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that's a good.
Because Once Upon a Time in
lot.
Hollywood
It's
is the
LA.
Manson family,
People were
right?
killing each other all over the place in LA during that
Yeah.
time
I
period.
still haven't seen that movie.
Oh, really? It's a
Yeah.
good
It's
one.
good.
I'll have
But
to watch
is that Quentin Tarantino's way of like getting around his "I'll only do 10 movies" shtick?
Probably,
Because
yeah.
he's like, all right, well, if I write them and then you direct them, it's not the same thing.
Well, then also he was talking about doing a TV show eventually as well.
Yeah, I
because
saw
that
that.
doesn't count as a movie either.
No, but
Yeah.
that would be sick though. Man, that guy is gonna make they must just back up Brinks trucks full of money
Uh-huh.
to his driveway,
Or just,
like every 6
or
years.
just foot photos.
Foot
Yeah.
photos and money. He was gonna do a Star Trek movie for a while.
I
there.
remember.
Oh, that would
about
be
that.
exhausting. I'm not down.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't be down. It would be so dialogue heavy and
You would, yeah.
so backstory.
I honestly, I've always found Star Trek, like, I get that people like it. I've always found it a little boring.
It's incredibly boring. I mean,
Because it like Doctor Who and Star Trek, like earlier episodes of them are very similar in that they're very like thinking heavy.
Yeah.
They're very like you have to kind of, I don't know, slow burn episodes of that kind of
Yeah.
thing, and I don't know.
I'm not a
the
big
payoff's never
sci-fi
worth it.
fan. Sci-fi is kind of boring to me, television-wise.
I like when sci-fi fucking moves it along. Like even the first Alien is sort of too long. Like
Yeah.
it needs like sci-fi needs like a good example is, and I know it's cliched, but like the first 3 Star Wars movies that came out in the 70s and the 80s, like it clipped. It went along. The problem with episode 1 is like it's actually a good movie except for the parts that are literally about the government.
Right.
Like what is
Yeah.
that? Like why are we watching Senate meetings?
Was
Like
it too
whole
early?
drawn out scenes.
You know, the first line of the opening crawl in episode 1 is something about like the galactic trade war.
Yeah, who
has-
gives a fuck?
It's all tariffs
Like,
and
yeah.
like and now
That-
we're literally just living through
Yeah, that
all
shit.
of what episode 1 was. Yeah.
Wasn't
Show
it,
me
like-
pod racers.
Uh-huh.
Show me Jedi. Show me clone. Show me angry Darth Vader kid.
Yeah.
I'm down for all of
Show
that.
me that one guy with the wings.
Yeah, but when they're like, here's
Watto?
the Senate. Yeah.
Show me Watto. Don't show me the Senate.
Or-
Show me Sebulba.
Yeah. You know, even though we all hate him, more Jar Jar.
No. That's okay.
Was it episode 2 or 3 where it was just a fucking meeting the entire time? It felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah, episode 2 is the same way.
Yep.
I remember
Yeah.
being like a kid when we went and saw that for my friend's birthday, and we're
Oh.
like, "Shit, worst
Except
13th birthday party ever."
I will say this about Clone Wars: has an epic all Jedi fight scene. A lot of CGI in there,
Uh-huh.
but come on, dude. Samuel L.
is, yeah.
Jackson reveals his purple lightsaber. What more do you fucking want? Like
That always hypes me up.
legit.
Always hypes me
That
up.
scene where they're in the thing, and then it immediately cuts to him going with Padma and being like, "I hate sand. It's the
Uh-huh,
Force."
yeah.
What a dumbass line that was. Dumbass movie.
Speaking of sci-fi and
love it.
sci-fi and vampires, a really amazing vampire sci-fi movie is called Life Force. Toby Hooper.
Hell yeah,
Life Force.
dude.
And
yeah.
hot naked lady pretty much the entire time. Imelda May just walking around with, she's
Nice.
That sounds right.
probably the most beautiful naked woman ever.
Wow.
Oh, bold claim.
Yeah, that is a very bold claim.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Is
There
that
are-
where-
Old movie. but
There
it's
are
good.
a lot of
Fucking
them.
true, and it's got Picard from Star Trek, which was his first movie that
Yep.
he did.
Yeah.
Cool.
They're actually going to be that's going to be the horrible bingo movie at Art House this month.
Oh wow,
Oh,
nice.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
the
I'm
horrible
definitely-
Ringo movie?
So they do horrible bingo,
Oh, bingo.
and I'm going to go
Oh.
just because I want to see her naked on a big screen.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
you guys
cheers
should
to
go-
that.
You guys should,
Now cheers to
you
that,
should,
too.
you should go see that and play bingo, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that sounds dope. All right, well, Logan, I'm gonna definitely watch
Near Dark.
Near Dark before next week on
Sweet.
YouTube. Yeah, that should be a fun one.
All right, sweet.
I'll report back.
All
I've
right.
been really bad at watching these movies, but I will get better.
Well, especially with this weather getting better, it's going to be hard to want to stay in.
I know, yeah. But yeah, give it up for Logan
All
Pop,
right.
everybody. Now, we're nearing the end of this episode of Vibin' with Ashe, but there is somebody who's here who has a show next week, and I'm going to bring her up so we can talk a little bit about it. Give it up for
Yay.
local comedian Hazel J.
Yay!
What up, Hazel? I love your beanie today. I love your whole outfit. It's great.
Now it's on. I found it.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a collection of beanies because when I first buzzed my head, it was February.
Oh, wow, yeah. That's cold
where-
head
that's
season.
where it came from. Yeah.
Nice.
Hi, JB.
Hi, Hazel.
Hi, your girlfriend hasn't caught you yet?
Whoa. She is watching, and that is not funny.
I think it's really funny because he actually goes by JB. So obviously that person was trying to be sneaky.
Uh-huh.
So the person who it's about obviously does not go by JB.
That is a solid point.
Yep,
Thank
that's
you,
true.
Hazel.
You know, like that.
That's true.
Yeah.
There was a guy here at Lucky's on Friday night who told me he had one name, and then I saw him here again last night, and he suddenly had a completely different name.
Oh, you remember them when they tell you the names?
Yeah.
When it's different, yeah.
Well, that's wild. I literally fucked a guy for 3 months and realized afterwards that I didn't know his name.
Yeah,
I
that.
don't know.
Shout out to that guy.
Shout out to
Yeah.
that guy. Yeah.
Shout out to that guy for sticking in there, even though she doesn't know your name.
He didn't know.
That's cool. Oh,
He
you
had
never
no idea. I had
didn't
to
do
ask
much
him.
talking, huh?
I guess not. We snapped, but his Snapchat handle was just a bunch of emojis.
Nice.
That
So,
rules.
Yeah.
It's like,
Damn.
oh, right, who is this guy?
That's how
His
people
name
in
is
the
Zach, but I don't know how it's
Okay.
spelled.
that's how people in the CIA get laid. They
Yeah.
just emoji their name.
Just
Maybe
emoji their
that's what
name.
happened. Maybe he is in the CIA.
He could be. Yeah.
That's-
You're probably on a watch list or two.
I'm probably on a watch list.
Yeah. So Hazel, next Thursday, you got a show coming up at Starlight Lounge that we'll be doing live on YouTube as well. Slay Hazel. Tell me a
Slay
little bit about it.
Hazel.
Slazel.
Yeah, I'm super excited for the second one. I feel
I'm
like
so stoked.
that first
yeah.
one was so much fun, and we have things like so much more dialed in now. And
Yes, all your new stuff,
Uh-huh,
your new
uh-huh.
tweets that you got. We're gonna have Jen J back from the pop up, and then Angela Lewis this month. Very fun. And I think beforehand we're actually all doing a benefit show at Space Bar.
Oh,
for,
cool.
For Devin Jones and Kai Fitz, who both tore their Achilles.
He
Bro-
tore his Achilles on stage, right?
Yeah. He was walking up to the stage. It was one long stride that took Devin
Ooh.
Jones out.
did he
Fuck.
still attempt to do a set after he tore his Achilles?
No, he had already done a set, but he had to finish hosting. It was his
Oh,
show. So that was crazy. And then his best friend, literally just weeks later, tore his Achilles after some other tragic
That is
stuff
like my
happened.
biggest fear. I have such
Yeah.
the woogles right now. I'm like moving my foot
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
I'm
It
like,
comes in 3.
no, it doesn't. God damn, dude.
That's
tearing
terrifying.
your Achilles is brutal. I've seen it. Like my mom had it happen when I was a kid, and now I've been terrified of it my whole life.
Yeah, well, apparently, the one of these boys has already done the other Achilles. He already,
What?
yeah.
What
so
the
this
fuck?
is the second Achilles.
He's torn
It's a
both
twofer?
Achilles.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I don't
Brutal.
know. They're fucked. So come give them money, please, at Spacebar before
them
Slay
money,
Hazel
please.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Thursday.
good plan.
There's gonna be a lot of homies there. You know, I think it's music and comedy.
Oh,
so,
cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
we're gonna be throwing some vibes for the homies before Slay Hazel.
Damn.
And then Slay Hazel, I get to, I don't know, tell everybody how much I love Puerto Rico.
Yep.
That's,
Yeah. Good
that's
plan.
what we do. That's what we talk about.
So yeah, if you're unfamiliar with the concept of Slay Hazel or anything with a similar name, it's
Or Puerto Rico.
an open or Puerto Rico. It's a comedy open mic with a bucket. You put your name in the bucket, get pulled out of the bucket, and you do a minute of comedy, and then a panel interviews you.
Yeah.
Where did you get that idea, Hazel? Tell us.
So there's this douchebag. There's this douchebag. And we just want to be better than that dude. That's the whole goal. There's no other goal with this show.
Yep.
It's just to be better than that and
Be
have
better.
fun.
Yep.
And love Puerto Rico.
And be nicer to people as well. Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes be nicer to people.
Yeah, we could roast you, but like, I don't know if you deserve it.
Right.
Right?
And I feel like there's going to be people who are going to deserve it.
It depends. So part of why I really liked my brain concept of Slay Hazel is because a lot of comedy is male-centered.
Uh-huh.
The audience that they're talking to is a male-centered audience. So I wanted everybody to have to try to make me laugh instead.
See, I like
right? Like that's crazy. Jokes catered towards literally my demographic. It's really it's entrapment. I'm entrapping everybody to make content that I actually like.
that. Totally fair.
Yeah. JB hasn't been on it yet because he hates
That's
me.
not true. You painted my nails last time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. I did paint his nails.
He's
That was at
1
the
for
pop-up.
1
I
on
got my
going
nails
to Slay Hazel
painted.
It's
episodes.
true.
Yeah.
And it was great.
It was
That
great. It matched my hair.
It did, and that paint was on my nails for a long time.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet it would have been longer if it was your toes.
Oh,
toes last
nobody
longer.
wants all that though.
I don't know. I was like licensed in nails. I did so many pedicures. Maybe I should do a pedicure on Slay Hazel.
That would be good.
Yeah, and have somebody get their toes did.
That would rule.
I dropped my nail license because I shouldn't do nails. By the way,
I trust you with my feet.
that makes me so happy. That makes my heart hard.
Whoa.
Would you trust me with your feet?
Yeah. I trust
That
you.
makes my dick hard.
Yes.
Would you trust me with your feet?
Yeah.
Okay, that's I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
I'm
Even
actually
with the tone
very
of voice.
trusting with my feet.
That's
I
crazy.
suppose. Yeah, you're
That's
3
crazy
for
to
3.
be trusting with your feet like that. Because sometimes I don't even trust like the people who are professionally supposed to touch my feet.
You're 3 for 3 with feet.
Now, I do have very ticklish feet, so I will laugh.
Aw.
Oh, I'll
Yeah.
kick people.
Wait.
You what? You kick
I'll
people?
kick people if they tickle me.
Yeah.
It's a
Wait,
bad
Quentin
time.
Tarantino, is that you?
Literally.
Crabman, for the record, I would trust you with my feet. I would not trust you with my feet. I'm so sorry.
that's fair. That's
Well,
fair.
I don't want to get into the reasons, but I will talk
It's
about it
because
after
they're
the
Quentin
show.
Tarantino.
I'm just kidding.
Next
Okay, well-
episode of Slay Hazel, we're taking body shots off any part.
Whoa!
Feet included.
That is, yeah, no, that first episode, I think I mentioned this before, but you somehow like took multiple secret shots, and I like had all these cameras rolling, and I'm like, where the fuck did you take these shots? Like I got shots at everything
Literally.
going on here right now.
I think it was pre and post show is what happened. There was video evidence of me taking one shot that night. It was on my story.
I did see that, yeah.
But yeah, I don't think any of us know when exactly I took the rest of them. The other really cool part about running a show where other people do the comedy is that my part is funnier the more fucked up I am.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's like bread and butter.
Yeah.
For a
Yeah, you just get
comedian.
to get fucked up and be silly.
It's so good. Come get fucked up with me.
Yeah. This Thursday, Starlight Lounge, 9 p.m. Slay Hazel, episode
Slay
2.
Hazel. I'll try not to trip anymore over things until then. The other night I was drunk. Did I tell you about this? I tripped over one of the, those big circle cement planters on the corners.
Yeah.
And I fucked up my shins. I landed like I landed fully in the planter. Like I was on my knees in the planter. And my old beauty school student, like I used to teach at a beauty school, and my ex-student was right there, came up to me, told me I needed to fix my titty. And then I had to ask her to help me out of the planter downtown.
That's wild.
Hell yeah.
I am
What did you
very
do
sore.
first? Get out of the planter or fix your titty?
I think I fixed my titty first,
Priorities.
but I also think I froze there for a second, laughing at myself, contemplating whether I was going to ask her to help me out of the planter, considering I was in like a tiny skirt, fishnets, and like platform boots.
Nice.
Like
Yeah. I'm very sore today from that little tumble I took.
Oh yeah,
behind
you took a tumble.
your
We've been
car.
tumbling lately.
We've been tumbling.
Yeah, Ash tumbled behind my car last night.
Yeah,
We thought they were being theatric.
Uh-huh,
Like they
that's-
came to one door of my car and went around the back, and we thought that they were taking a while for dramatic effect to get to the other side of my car.
Nope, biffed it.
Nope, I was on the cold, hard ground, you guys,
Damn.
wondering where are my friends? Why are my friends
no,
not
we
helping me?
didn't check on them because we're like, oh, they're just being, funny.
Oh, but yeah, no, I'm quite sore today after that. And I was saying earlier in the show that is the second time that I have completely eaten shit because I was excitedly running towards weed.
We are all just little toddlers.
Uh-huh.
Like, like running to our toys or whatever.
Yeah.
We're all little babies.
I mean, but weed will be there, Ash. Here's
Weed
the
will.
thing that
Okay,
we have to-
they were smoking
Weed
a
will
joint though,
always be
and
there,
I took
man.
too long, and I wanted
It'll-
some of that
it'll
joint.
be there,
I
man.
knew if I didn't run, I wasn't gonna get to the joint.
They
in
probably
time.
had another one.
They did.
That's
They
what
lit
you
it
get
up right
for
when I got there.
talking to Seth for too long, honestly.
That was That's okay.
Yeah.
This was all Seth's fault.
It
We
was
can
Seth's
blame this all
fault.
on Seth.
Where were you guys? How come I wasn't?
Happy Hours,
Happy-
Midnight Mike.
Midnight Mike.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
I was
once a
too
month there's a
tired.
Midnight Mike at Happy Hours run by Angie Bloomfield called Midnight Hacks.
Yeah.
It is amazing. I believe it is the third Saturday of every month.
I think
my favorite.
I think it's a random miscellaneous Saturdays.
Really?
Yeah. So the next one is May 31st.
Nice.
Yeah.
That makes me happy that it's random.
It is, it's
honestly.
random, but I've noticed that the way Angie has been doing them is it's like we'll have a Midnight Hacks, and then like what feels like 2 weeks later, there's another one, and then what feels like a month and a half later, there's another one, so I'm like, now we're in like the dry period where we have to wait a month and a half before another Midnight
It's such
Hacks.
a good mic. I don't
It's
even.
so much fun.
I like Happy Hours patrons are not like my bread and butter like comedy audience, but like I still enjoy every single time I'm there, which is crazy. Also, they have hella dope pizza.
Oh,
and
yeah.
calzones.
They do.
Fuck, I gotta
So
go.
I got the
tasty.
barbecue chicken pizza last
Seriously,
night.
I'm
and
still working on that calzone.
You got that calzone last night.
And
yeah.
it was a small one, and it was like bigger than
You're
my
still
head.
working
like,
on
it
it,
was
you
so
said?
crazy.
You're still working on it.
I'm still working
You
on
got
it.
a bit of it back there. I can see
Listen,
it. You're
I
just
went on
nibbling.
a date and I made someone buy me pho, and I still have that pho left over. Just
Are you gonna dip the pizza in it? You're
I
gonna
think
dip
so.
the calzone
I
in
think
the
that's
pho?
the natural course of events.
Yeah.
That's gonna take place. But I do need people to take me on more dates so I can have more leftover food.
Me too.
That's
I
a
need
desperate
more
need
people to take me on
of
dates.
mine.
Shout
Two.
out leftovers.
I love
On
leftovers.
dates.
And take Hazel and I on dates.
Yes. Together.
Yeah. Pay for everything.
Yeah.
For both of us.
Yay.
The dream.
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
Oh my God! I got one McDonald's breakfast.
Lance's favorite thing to.
Do you not?
No, he there's a bunch of memes that just make him fat.
Oh, nice.
Do you not?
No, there's a bunch of memes that just make him fat.
Oh, nice.
And
What?
I think yeah.
I'm
so
really confused.
That's my JD Vance Centaur that I made with AI, you guys.
Not so hot.
Oh,
Wow.
so hot.
So
Dude, I get stuffed by his garlic
he
bread.
also comes with a
he comes
suit.
with a suit.
He comes with a suit version
Yes.
and
Oh, and
the
a leather daddy.
harness version.
AI is great. What it is bestowed on us, fuck it, taking the jobs and all of the shit it's probably going to ruin. I get it. But the fact that we can, at a moment, JD Vance, a little overweight, and not have to wonder what it's going to look like.
Yeah, we never have to wonder about shit like that
I
ever
don't know. I
again.
think a local artist would very happily draw you topless JD Vance.
And I would buy it.
100%.
And I would spend money on that. If
Yeah.
a local artist came to me and said, I will make you your JD Ventar, then I would spend the money on that for the local artist.
We are calling all
Whoa.
local artists to make a JD Ventar.
I'm sorry. What you didn't see is that they just.
And I think that's beautiful.
Would you lift the person up?
I don't think you could. That's not how you do body shots, Crabman.
Hell yeah. No. You
this
know what?
next episode of
If I
Slay
may.
Hazel, we teach Crabman how to take body shots.
And then you're closer to
I don't
getting
know
the
if they
shot
need.
out of the
I don't
butt.
know if you need that
It
kind
would
of
follow
angle.
the crack.
No, there's
True.
there's a tiny
Yeah,
enough
no, I got you,
divot.
dude.
There's a tiny enough divot in your butthole for like a little slurp. I don't know. That's enough for me.
I think
Bubs.
you have them stand on their head. You put their legs on your shoulder.
That's crazy. It might be a 3-person maneuver.
Yeah. No, this is
Honestly.
going to require.
Like any good ideas, R&D is necessary. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like any good hypothesis, you have to run it through the program. Stand the guy up on his head, put the shot in the butt, and give it a try.
We could try it right. No, we're not.
Maybe
gonna
I'm
try it
against this because I can't stand on my head. Maybe that's the aversion that
yeah.
I'm having.
Should I kind of demonstrate this?
Next episode.
you wanna
we
sit
gotta.
and stand up?
We're getting close to the end of this thing. We
Oh,
don't have
is the
time to
next
set that
episode
up.
420?
420. Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa.
It's a family night here at Lucky's
Yeah.
on 420.
So yeah, 420. I'm gonna
I'll
have.
be here.
Yeah.
I'll be here whether you
I'm gonna
like
have
it or not.
Chikachar, local DJ,
Woo.
aka Charles, on the show as my co-host, and then I have Dirtball, local rapper, coming on to be my
Dirtball.
musical guest.
Is he gonna buy me McDonald's breakfast too? He sounds
He might.
like it.
Yeah,
sounds
he
like
might.
it.
Dirtball.
But yeah, thanks for vibing with us, Hazel, and be sure to check out Slay Hazel on Thursday.
Thursday at 9 p.m. at Starlight Lounge.
Yeah.
Also streaming on YouTube.
On YouTube.
You too.
All right, thanks, Hazel.
Bye,
All right, y'all.
Hazel.
Bye, Hazel. All right, y'all. That is the end of our episode, y'all.
This was so cool, man.
This is so much
Thanks
fun.
for having me.
Thanks for being here, dude.
I had
yeah.
a blast, man.
I'm super glad we actually got to hang out for a bit because I always enjoy hanging out with you at Mike's.
Oh,
and
likewise,
things, so,
dude. Likewise.
Yeah,
this
has
was
been great.
so much fun. I had a blast. I'm gonna go smoke a doobie out there.
Oh,
I
that
hope
is
you'll join
where
me.
we are heading.
Yeah.
I wish we could just bring the cameras with us and.
Oh yeah.
If we might be able to spin something to bring it. No, I don't think we can do it.
No, don't.
I think we might get in trouble for smoking weed on YouTube. Oh, 420.
Oh,
yeah.
420. I'll be here.
That's gonna be your role on 420.
I'll be
You
here.
You can
Oh,
be our.
I'll roll.
Our joint boy on 420.
Joint boy on 420, of course. That's what I was meant to be.
Yeah.
That's what I was born to be.
Well, y'all, this was Vibin' with Ashe, episode 7. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for vibing with us. We're here every single Sunday at 5 o'clock, hanging out, vibing out. Give another shout out to Jalen Thompson, everybody, for having a great musical interlude for us on the show today. JB Garner is here.
Thank you for having
been such
me.
a blast. Tomas making us look good and sound good behind the table there. Crabman, thanks for holding down the beat.
Crabman!
Thanks for having me.
Of
I always
course, of
appreciate
course.
You
Stay
guys
tuned.
rule.
In just a few minutes, Hand Shoes and Horse Grenades, hosted by Nathan Hart, will be kicking off. So if you're at the bar, stay at the bar. If you're on YouTube, switch over to the Hand Shoes and Horse Grenades page to watch that show. I'm Ashe. Thanks so much for vibing with me. I'll see y'all next week.